Ahoy, landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. Who has two thumbs and two flippers this Halloween evening? It's me, I already introduced myself. Um, Welcome to our very special Halloween evening live stream. I have decided to wear this costume, and it might have been a mistake because it's extremely hot. It's like, inside of my apartment is allegedly like 77 degrees. I've wrapped myself in a full body blanket, but you have to give me this. It's adorable. It has fin flaps. Of course, I think to help moderate my temperature somewhat, I'm probably going to have sleeves rolled up, except maybe at the beginning and end of the stream to show those details off. This costume does also have a tail. Maybe more on that later. And of course, if nothing else, got a unicorn horn. Good stuff. Yes, so this is the special Sunday live stream. Normally we stream Friday and Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, but the community rallied together and spent their hard-earned doubloons to unlock a special bonus stream tonight. Tried to make everything as fun and special as possible. Tonight we will be completing House of Ashes, assuming everything goes okay. We had some issues yesterday late in the stream with the game sort of becoming soft-locked. But we've also added two channel point redemptions that are active only for tonight. Although, as I've mentioned to those who are already here live, one of them may or may not be a permanent addition. Might require a little bit more adjustment for the future. Like it says, Happy Halloween. I'm Calabar, and I'm back for my revenge. I don't understand the reference, Haggis, but I appreciate the spirit. So, by way of explanation of these two redemptions, one is another sound effect. We've been adding some over recent months. If you've been in and out of the stream, I was going to activate it myself, but there's Cotillion helping me out. You may or may not remember that as the sound effect of the strange ghost creature on the loading screen of Unavowed, which was a game we played for a while on stream, a favorite from recent years. And every time I load up the game and try to have some cool ambient music in the background while like waiting for people to show up and start the stream, that noise would come on a near constant loop. And I think people came to like lovingly hate it or something to that effect. So you may hear that additional noise added to our roster of Jason and Sean. Hello, Sarah. Great to have you here. And the other redemption, so we have the new sound, but also Jam Platts in chat, who is my mother, has redeemed the first Halloween treat of the evening. Now, I like to, yeah, you know me. We talk about donuts a lot on this stream. I even commissioned an emote of myself eating a donut. So we're no strangers to sweets on this stream, and so I wanted to offset the trick with some treats. So yesterday, went to Krispy Kreme donuts, and as you can see, got an assortment of tiny donuts. How's this coming across? So we have 4 styles of donuts. Did we trick already? Oh, you can trick to your heart's content. Both trick and treat have been added, although I think Twitch is considering only treat to be new. Yes, scraw indeed. So, as redeemer of the first treat of the evening, and basically I set this to 5 redemptions so that I don't die of a sugar overdose in addition to the heat coma. But we have 4 varieties here. Which would we like to showcase first? I will say I didn't notice until I got home that for some reason it's 4 of each of the 4 varieties, except these like purple orange icing ones. They gave like a 5th sprinkle donut, and I'm like, that's still technically assorted, but an interesting choice. So no, we have some like plain Krispy Kreme glazed. We have purple orange striped frosted. We have frosted sprinkles, and we have pumpkin frosted. So I figure whoever chooses or whoever redeems it may choose which treat is enjoyed. And these will also act as mini timeouts. Chocolate sprinkles. So that's good. We got the most of those. Set these aside. Did an excellent job of that. Nobody worry about the mess I'm making. This is all my problem. So here's our first donut of the evening. It does most closely match the emote, and it feels appropriate in that sense. Also, it is good. So yeah, I have these on a half-hour cooldown, and we can only have 5 treats total this evening. But I was expecting one of them to come early on, so I'm prepared for this. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye on the clock. It'll become available again at some point. I don't think it tells you that. You can try. I don't know what happens if it's locked out. If it doesn't work as expected and keep the half-hour time limit in place, then I might have to enforce that myself because I don't want to eat half a box of donuts right at the start of the stream. That sounds like probably a bad idea. But since this game is lacking in moments to think, it seems like a good idea to have a treat break every now and then. We do, it is the type of game that does have pause menus that actually pause the game, so that helps a little bit. So I imagine these will also be, oh man, every sprinkle on the bottom of this donut came off all at once. It's amazing and also upsetting. So it'll take me another minute to finish this one. And I imagine each of these will be an opportunity to catch up with chat. But since everyone's still just sort of filing in for the moment, I encourage you to tell me how your Halloween is going, whether you're dressed as something, and I don't know, maybe if you've seen kids out and about trick-or-treating or anything like that. Pep was telling me that he took his daughter to an event at a park that his father was emceeing. And they had a best Halloween scream contest. And Tech was not pleased with the decision to have a contest for all the children to scream. I've made a series of bad decisions, and I live by all of them. I own my decisions, and you can't make me change them. Far too late for that. Oh no, a kid stopped by, but you didn't have any candy. Certainly can't blame you for that, Haggis, because, like, it's so tough to know these days how that's gonna play out. Oh no kids at your place, Sarah? I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, at least the fail state for trick or treaters on Halloween is that you have some candy. But I am sorry that that you didn't get to give out any candy. That is a shame. I probably can't say it's one of the worst parts of the pandemic, but it's certainly one of many things made worse by its existence. All right, without any further ado, I'm jazzed up on sugar. I got like half a glass of apple juice because it's already going to be a lot of sugar. So let's talk House of Ashes. I know that we had some latecomers last time. A lot of people didn't quite catch the start of the story, and some people here who weren't here last night. So House of Ashes largely follows a group of soldiers, some Iraqi, mostly Americans, who have a conflict at a farm in Iraq circa 2003. The Americans believe that there's like a cache of chemical weapons hidden around here because they use some fancy satellite technology to detect something underground. But during the conflict, when the soldiers on the two sides meet each other, there's a series of plot-convenient earthquakes, which open little rifts in the ground and dump all of the major characters into various caves and tunnels that connect and weave through some old Sumerian ruins. And it seems as though sealed within those ruins was a series of Pizookies, or I believe they're also Sumerian in nature, Sumerian demons. And, you know, we don't quite have the level of, like, everything is going off the rails as Man of Medan had, where people were like genuinely hallucinating stuff and things like that. We have some pretty decent evidence that the demons do in fact exist, and they've killed several red shirts already. But yeah, like first all the soldiers were sort of split up and they've started teaming back together. They have an unreasonable amount of surveillance and explosives, like demolition technology available to them, considering the circumstances that led them underground. But we're about to pick up with one of the soldiers who has remained separated from the rest. She's played by Ashley Tisdale, and she forget precisely how she ended up tethered on a rope to one of the other soldiers, who is her estranged husband. And you know, like the game was really itching to have me just cut her loose and have her just straight up die. Took a really weird approach to that. But since I didn't do that, it managed to like give her enough opportunity to not to like die in the process of falling. Instead, she's just in what genuinely appears to be like a bubbling like blood pit or something. But we're all pretty convinced that it's just raspberry jam. I think it's just jam. I think it's just jam. Ooh, Neko, you made some spooky pumpkin soup. That's a nice idea. Is it cool where you are instead of being like 77 degrees? Just come up with your tug on the soup. That's how you know you did soup. That's how that goes. All right, let's flip over to House of Ashes. And we're gonna load up the game. I already checked this once, and it should work fine. We ended last night's stream, like, literally halfway through the puddle of raspberry jam, because multiple times, like twice in a row, we had instances where we were just... We just got stuck. And I hope we don't have to demonstrate that. I hope you could just take my word for it. This is Ashley Tisdale. She just forged a torch out of a sleeve that she no longer had use for on her outfit. So yeah, we've been wading through this, like, murky, gross pool, and twice we've had it so that, like, we interacted with something, and then we could no longer walk forward through the puddle and had to restart the game. So far we haven't gotten hard locked, but it's not extremely encouraging. Taking a slightly quicker pace because I'm hoping we can get out of the muck, because that seems to be a big part of...
What is that light?
That's really your biggest concern? It's like literally like a boiling blood pit that she said almost nothing about. But she's like, hey, what's that light? Hey, what's the light, though? Yeah, I mean, if I have one major complaint about the story of the game so far, it's simply that I find that the characters aren't as compelling to either like or hate as past Dark Pictures Anthology games. And that's subjective for sure, but, like... I don't have a whole lot more story to recap. We kind of just been like running around the tunnels like a Scooby-Doo or something. Found a drawing of teeth. Is that helpful? Does that help anyone? Does it have a movie on the back? No. Saliva. We've collected and bottled the black saliva present on the maw of the creature extracted from the cocoon. I and others who smelt the substance have experienced heart palpitations and heightened sense of fear. Some have reported odd visual effects, such as change to colors. We have attempted to secure additional samples of saliva from the site where M was attacked. The smell was so overpowering that the respirators we used to collect the samples... Oh, that respirators were used. Sorry, I thought it was saying that, like, the respirators exploded. It smelled so bad. We recommend the use of masks at all times when handling the samples to avoid becoming affected. Sensation similar to experience with mushrooms? Psilocybin? Sorry, are we playing a Zero Escape game now? Okay, we're still moving. For a second I thought we were stuck. Wasn't sure. Wait, was the light she was reacting to the twinkle of the interactable object? Because that's... I don't feel like she should be aware of that. What is this place and why does it exist? It's very bad here. I have to adjust my monitor slightly. Focus more on chat. This all seems fine. The splashing in the boiling blood pit, I'm sure that's good news. Everybody stop worrying about it. Good news. I should maybe move more. Interesting, though, because up till this point, we've had no reason to think that these creatures are, like, aquatic. So, it's weird that they're, like, swimming now instead of just, like, dropping down from the cave ceiling. They're definitely more bat-like. See, this is fine. Look. It's just a friendly, jam-covered... I mean, whatever it is. Oh, right, there's, like... I have to press buttons to play this game, but only sometimes. That was flammable jam. I really don't want to go diving in that. That's how you get jam luck. This might be the weirdest chase scene I've ever seen in literally anything.
Run.
How is she still alive? Didn't we see her die? It was conspicuous how much she was featured at the start of the game, and then she just sort of died off. I remember reflecting on that at some point, but...
The creature has powerful claws.
Pretty sure she was dead. Hey, Arcadius, welcome to the stream.
Identifiable tissue. 2 of the incisors appear grossly malformed and discolored. Oddly out of place.
You're oddly out of place, Eric. Nobody likes you.
Seems to originate from its mouth. Blood is like nothing I've seen. I'll now perform a UV sweep to further inspect the fluids.
Oh, do you have to? That doesn't sound pleasant. I'm gonna get a trophy for that.
Kolchak, is that you?
We've learned that there's 2 ways to kill these creatures. They have a strong allergy to sunlight, presumably the ultraviolet component of it, based on that sweep. And also being staked through the heart will kill them. Bullets only slow them down and also make them mad. We have like a bingo checklist of cliches we're working through. Hey Damlish, welcome to the stream. You haven't missed much. We managed to get out of the jam cave of infinite crashes. Oh, also the
looks like a line out.
The other like female tech officer from the start of the game is apparently alive in the jam tunnels.
A long shot. Oh, we don't even know if there's a working transmitter on the surface.
I mean, this is literally like the collapsed tower from Until Dawn. We're like not even trying.
These wires gotta go somewhere though. You think they still work?
Well, looks to me like they just snagged up.
Just as well. Don't feel much like climbing out there.
It's definitely a human making that noise, right?
What the fuck, Joey?
Oh, okay. I'm surprised you could even recognize that as Joey at a glance. He's definitely like at least 40% Pazuzu now. There's no Joey, only Pazuzu. A ton of surveillance cameras and tripwire mines that they set up. How did Vampire Joey sneak up on them?
Stand down, Corporal Gomez.
I'm not sure he respected the chain of command before. He definitely doesn't now. Well, at least he learned a lesson from his magic lightsaber. Happy Halloween to all newcomers to the stream. Got some people filing in after we've gotten started. Hello. I have fins. I'll show you them later. My costume is extremely warm. It's very warm in here.
We have to hurry. It's not safe here.
I mean, I feel like that goes without saying. Thanks, Demolition. Glad you like the costume. Hope others do as well. Neko asks, if it's hot like it always is, am I surviving in the adorable narwhal outfit? No, I'm slowly liquefying, but having a good time. Hope you are too.
I didn't know that you could.
Fight? Yeah, me either.
What was that
I mean,
thing?
isn't there a
I don't know.
baseline combat training that like
Whatever
all
it is,
soldiers
it's not
need?
alone.
Where have you been?
One of those things got its dirty hands on me, dragged me down here, left me for dead.
No, Left 4 Dead's a different game. That's
Plus, doesn't
zombies.
even
That's not
sound dependent.
Pizookies.
I'm lucky to have gotten away.
You're talking to a scientist. There's no such thing as luck. You should be thankful I was there to help you.
Yeah, no, like that's cool.
I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Also, very covered in
Semper
gin.
Fi. We gotta find a way out of this hole.
So, this is where you've been hiding out? Do you have any weapons?
Yes, they call it my hidey hole.
Do you mind?
Just need some batteries for this damn light.
I'm gonna have to
You
toggle
could
that
just
on with
ask.
L1.
That ever cross your mind?
This is kind of a survival situation. I don't mixed feelings about that reaction.
Looks painful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I tore the sleeve right off.
it is.
We didn't even identify a
Okay,
bleeding
still.
wound in this situation. Like, she's literally just covered in blood-colored liquid.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Well, guess I'm a little glad too.
Not sure how important these relationships are, but I feel like being civil is never bad. How does this compare to the other
So they're
games?
seeing
I would
symbols
rank
and
it
shepherds.
extremely close to
These
Little
people
Hope.
must have been in the
so
valley a
far.
long time.
They each have different strengths and weaknesses, but like overall I think are about the same, in my opinion. And you know, we haven't finished this yet, so that could
There's a way
change.
up.
My opinion of Little Hope definitely
There's
changed
no way
towards
we're
the
making
end.
it.
Let's not forget, you know,
Okay.
based on that drawing there,
It's very
one of our characters
powerful.
did prick themselves on
can
some
put it
like
together.
cursed effigy
How
earlier.
did I know you were gonna say that?
So like
Where
that's gonna
Eric and
come back
Connor
and be a
was.
problem.
I
For
can
sure.
get us out of here.
Almost looks like she threw that rock. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure we're in a cave under Iraq. I don't think that would have changed at all in the last, like, I think it's been like about 3 hours in in-game time since we fell underground. Maybe more. There was like noonday sunlight coming in at like 9:30 p.m.
You okay?
Which is, in fairness,
Wait a
what the
minute.
temperature feels like here. Lol,
I know it wasn't
JK.
gonna kill us.
Until it does.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You look terrible.
Gee, thanks, Rachel. You ever think about going into motivational speaking?
I am, I'm
Seriously, though, are you
certified.
okay?
That's gotta be about the dumbest question I have ever been asked.
So that's a yes then, right?
Give me the silent treatment, huh?
I mean, like, you just basically told her not to say anything at all. What do you want me to say?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Something to get our minds off this place.
Tell me about science.
Okay. So why'd you become a physicist? I mean, you don't...
I don't look the type.
Well, you don't.
Oh, should I be wearing nerd clothes?
I mean,
That's
a
not
pocket
what I
protector
meant.
would sort of go with the whole
You just don't strike me as
black
one.
jacket or whatever it's called.
Science was the furthest thing from what everybody thought I'd do. Something just for me.
I know a little something about that.
You do?
let's open up. I don't know what she's gonna say.
I'm seeing someone else. You don't seem
Getting
surprised.
hiccuped a little there, huh? I don't think that was just me.
Nick, right?
That obvious?
Does Eric know?
Not
Yeah.
exactly. He
Yeah,
knows
he
there's
does
another
know.
person.
I guess I just wanted to let go. It'll be someone new.
Yeah, this lady was presumed dead. She's been gone for a really long time, but... I mean, she's been doing this, which feels like a bad sign. I think she might be a Wendigo.
Reese, what did that thing do to you?
I mean, it kind of just looked like some blood dripped, which again is hard to identify when we're all covered in jam. Let's not freak out.
It's okay. I'm here.
But, like, she's definitely gonna eat us. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to say nothing, I think. Because, like, there's a very good chance if I stay here, I die.
You can't leave me like this. Not alone.
The Pazuzu will remember
What did
this.
that thing do to you? There's medication up there. It may help you, but we need to move now.
Hey, what Hey, does anyone know what the medication is to stop Pazuzification? I believe that is the scientific term.
Give me your hand.
Ooh, more magic ropes. We found the purple cave.
We're on the wrong
Are we in
side
the
of chasm.
hidden temple?
We'll never make it.
Don't quit on me now.
Chat suggests Tylenol or ibuprofen.
That rope won't hold.
No, it's my magic rope. I used it before.
Wait.
I didn't have to anchor to anything. I just, like, safely
You really
climbed
believe
down.
Those medicines will help me.
Press X not to die.
Keep it together, Clarice. We're almost there.
You didn't answer my question.
I know, that's
Where I
why
see
I
it.
chose that option.
It's your only hope. We can do this.
Wow, that blood dried really quickly. Sorry, Jim. Alright, is Tarzan time? Question mark? Okay, I'm gonna toss you this rope and, uh-oh. Fine. I know I'm gonna get eaten is all. I just feel too bad about straight up, like, looking someone in the eye and leaving them for dead. It's a little bit too much, unless they're, like, just the worst. And even then, I'd still feel bad about it.
That answer your question?
That's a
We need
yes,
to get you
right?
to the temple.
Olmec will know what to do. There are many legends. One of them is probably about Pazuzus. And maybe the local pharmacy. It's 60 feet underground, and it's midnight. Now, I had a time jump in there somewhere. I feel like it wasn't that long ago that it was, like, not quite 10. Now it's midnight. Benson would be
I'm
Wendigon.
not seeing anything come up, but I can hear them. Sounds like they're having way more fun down there than we are up here. Over.
As long as they keep the party to themselves, I'm happy. We got nothing on the cameras inside. Over.
Eyes alive.
No one said over and out. Conversation hasn't ended. So weird. It spawned me next to a premonition. Well, I'm going to tell you, that one I didn't get any actual hints as to what might be going on. Alright, I know Neko's been chomping at the bit here, and has redeemed our second treat of the evening. I think she showed up a few minutes after we showcase what treats we have this evening. So for the latecomers, I know there were a few, I stopped at Krispy Kreme yesterday, and we have 4 varieties of mini donuts. 3 of them are festive. I'm not sure why they couldn't come up with a 4th kind. Normally, I and Devilish should trying out the trick that I don't think he saw explained earlier. Like the pumpkin ones. Is that your choice? Every time this is redeemed, I will have 1 donut and a discussion with chat. But yeah, I like the sort of specialty donuts that Krispy Kreme does. This year they didn't seem to have any full-size ones, only mini ones, which is fine because I like mini treats. There was a smaller cooldown. There's also a limit on these, Demolition, because I don't want to die. What are the flavors? They're pretty much all icing. I mean, it's just like the sprinkle ones have chocolate icing. I don't know what flavor the purple is. It might just be coloring. I'm kind of assuming it's vanilla. I don't know about pumpkin either. Usually they're more of like a visual overhaul than they are like significant varieties. Yeah, I'll show it off next time. I feel like eating each donut is going to take a little bit of time. I don't want to grind the stream to a halt, but I do want to take a moment to interact with chat. It's very difficult to do during these types of games that are kind of non-stop. Eating donuts makes you happy. See, I thought chat would appreciate the tiny donuts. So yeah, the pumpkin icing, it just seems to be vanilla icing with coloring, which is great. I like things that have sort of pumpkin jack-o'-lantern appearance to them. I don't dislike pumpkin spice things, but like it's so inconsistent as to exactly how that flavor comes out that it's not my favorite thing. Because sometimes I get excited about it, and it's like really strong on clove or something, and I'm like, okay. Thank you, Sarah, for the scraw. As I was mentioning earlier, I had to open Unavowed back up and adjust audio settings and stuff to try and get a video clip of the splash screen that would capture the scrawl with like the minimum amount of background noise. I was trying to get it with no lightning or no other sound effects that randomly generate to overlap, and like, boy, it wasn't cooperating. And to make matters worse, I was in the middle of a big upload, last night's video. I wanted to get to YouTube. And didn't want to restart my computer, but for some reason, my video editing software wasn't playing back audio. So I had to use only the video cues as to when sound effects were happening to try and figure out like the parameters of the clip I was trying to get. And then I would render the audio file and listen to that back on my desktop and see if I got it right. So I spent like an hour doing that today. It was very stupid. Wow, the stem bit in the middle is just this is probably where it's showing off. It's not just like a splash of green, they filled the whole donut hole with icing. It's very good. Yeah, I think the pumpkin pulp's like less common here, Neko, in terms of doing pumpkin spice things. Some people do it, but I think it's more standard to do like cinnamon and cloves, and I think there's a little bit more to it than that. Those are like the main things I'm aware of. It's a good point, Nego. It really would have been easy to cheap out on filling up the donut hole and like just give you a little splash of icing, but I appreciate it. I just thought it was broccoli. Is that not what you fill your donut holes with, Haggis? Alright, we've made like no progress in the game. But a character's sort of alive again who wasn't. Well, two of them are. But I think that guy died again. Alright. I almost just started the game up without switching back to the correct scene. That would have been fun. Alright. Who were we playing? Nick, and we saw a premonition of his neck getting snapped with no circumstances to help us figure out how not to do that. There's a whole big statue down here, huh? Oh, that's just a light source. Oh, speaking of, out one. Pretty much, like, the vast majority of this game seems to take place underground, in dark caves with no direct sunlight. But for some reason, every time you start a new scene, like, your light is off by default, and early on they tell you the control to turn it on. I don't understand. Added to the list of things I don't understand. Oh.
They hit us.
Right, I forgot this was a thing they added to this game. Is you can sort of look around a room, and then if enough time passes, it just ends.
We're facing an enemy we know zero about.
I was trying to have fun, but the game decided I could not do that.
Sucks to be us. I don't know how long those.
How did we get here, by the way? Last we left them, they had like a telephone pole sideways over a cliff.
Fix it up, call in the cavalry, finish it up a bit.
If there is a transmitter up there, it's gonna have a limited range. One thing Eric did manage to get right about
Needed his air support. Lord loves a miracle.
No, that's right, we chose air support early on, and the game thought that was really significant.
Still means we have to find a way to reach him, of course.
One problem at a time.
Find the radio. Weren't we just looking at the radio? Wasn't the radio in like the foreground of that shot? It turned my light source off again. Finds catalog. Van Houten. An increasing number of finds reference the curse of Naram Sin. This sermon on the relationship between gods and kings dates to the Earth Third period of Mesopotamia. Naram Sin is an Akkadian king, grandson of Sargon the Great, founder of the Akkadian Empire. The historical record shows him as a pious man who honored the gods. However, the man presented in the curse stories is different. The mythic Naram Sin is a Job-like figure abandoned by the deities. He rages against the gods, then wages war on them. This blasphemy is repaid with curses, the first of which is an invasion of the Gutian mountain tribes. This war causes a famine that destroys Naram Sin's people. The moral is that man must accept suffering, however mysterious and unknowable the gods' intentions. Naram Sin should have endured the trials, no matter how arduous. In picking a fight with the gods, Naram Sin fought a battle he could not win. Definitely a story. Thank you, Ocadius, for your mod assistance. And yeah, let me know if anyone else is dressed up today, or was earlier. I don't know what your plans are. Some of you are East Coast and may already have come back from some kind of party or gathering or something. But like, this tablet looks kind of like it's floating here. It also just has a number taped to the back, I'm certain. Secret number. FAO. Van Houten. New finds for cataloging. Clay jars. Akkadian ×4. Bone pipe. dagger ornamented, seated nude statue, star glyph, AJ. They found an AJ down here? Pretty rare. I take this, like, tool, this, like, hammer thing. Oh, I get to move the coffee. This is, like, a weird... They made, like, a whole interface for this in this game. I don't think this was in any of the previous games. Normally, you'd sort of hold R2, sort of manipulate the thing in your hand like it's L.A. Noire looking for clues. But now there's a whole thing where you, like, R2, and then you, like, move the coffee cup, and then you can pick up the thing. I don't know why everyone's using coffee cups as paperweights. Spent the day collecting foreign currency. That's good. Poseidon will be pleased, Sarah. Patient history. Mary. Sex and age unknown. 30th December. I'm gonna skim this. First, temperature over 100 degrees, sweating, 8 ounces saline. Temperature increased slightly, pulse raised, wake but not lucid. Broke 101 degrees Fahrenheit, sweating and jaundiced, not lucid. One pulse elevated again. Brief lucidity, said she had visions of darkness and that she could taste the color red. Slips into unconsciousness. Wakes, screams about monsters in the dark, increasingly jaundiced and feverish. Now, jaundice specifically refers to, like, having a unnatural yellow tint to your skin, right? Because, like, the other people we've seen affected by this, it seems like they have more of, like, a dark colored tint. Like a, you know, like they're moving towards purple or even, like, dark coal gray or something. Oh, you're wearing a Tea Turtle Halloween shirt? I think that counts, Neko. Oh, especially if you did your nails like little Hollow Knight shades. Oh, that's cute. That's good. 2 days since exposure to entity. Super bad time. Nobody liked it. That was the premonition of death. Oh, yeah, we're looking for the radio. That's right, radio. Oh, on the radio. No, I'm not gonna go look at that. The radio's clearly over here. Read a bunch of documents. Oh, wait, is this one coffee? I gotta move the coffee. They added a whole thing to this game so I can move the coffee. I have to do it. Fake dig site?
They set up a fake dig site to draw off grave robbers. They knew whatever was down here was pretty special.
Sorry, was there a point at which one of the characters in this game was, like, taking this seriously? I mean, this guy, Nick, believed that the monsters were real because he saw one early on, but, like, I don't think he gives a crap about these ruins. Oh, interact with the... Hello? There's a blinking... Hello? Wait, wasn't that... Yeah, it's blinking. Why is it that when I get close, it stops blinking?
I'm gonna
What
use
happened
to
there?
get this up and running.
I thought the objective was to find the radio. It was just there. When you turn it on, it should, like, spit
sabotage.
fire at you, right?
How would they do that?
We gotta work with what we have.
Fall back if anything moves out here. It's safer inside.
Thank you.
Good job, Sergeant.
It looks like he was an alien trying to smoke for the first time. Like, this is how this goes, right?
Fuck that, I need my lighter.
Uh-oh. Eric knows what that means.
It's good.
It's not
Eric will remember this. That updated our bearing. Whoopsie. Making a witch's hat for Sebastian. That's cute, Neko.
It's just a ghost signal, even without a transmitter.
I hope he enjoys it.
Signal. It's just ghost, man.
So fix that transmitter. If we can establish a signal and contact CENTCOM, then we're one step closer to home.
I don't know, man. I'm no technician. If Merwin was here, though, he could fix it.
No shit. Embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. That's an interesting way of living your life. It's Salim, right? He's like one of the only Iraqi soldiers we've seen survive underground. There's the other one.
سليم هو انت
Doris is commanding officer. He tried to kill some of the Americans earlier. Because, you know, they're on opposite sides of an armed conflict.
الكلاب يطلبوا حماية ما نقدرش نسيبهم يجمدوا
لا احنا محتاجين الكلاب دول لنخرج من هنا.
انت اتجننت دول على الديوانة
انت ما شفتش الغول؟
You haven't seen the demons, have you?
غول هناك هو ده العدو الحقيقي.
سليم انت اتجننت
اسمعني ارجوك اسمعني. قتلوا الامريكان وكانوا هيقتلوننا. اسمعني انا شفت غول بعينيا دول وقتلت واحد.
Killed it with whatever this is that magically attached to my back.
وامشي ورايا
انت سامعني خالص؟
لا انت اسمعني دلوقتي يا اما تمشي ورايا يا اما خليك هنا وتعفن اختار
الله يلعنك. استنى انا جاي.
Shut it up.
Sorry, I accidentally set it to the sonar frequency.
Get that transmitter working now.
I mean, it's working, it's just doing something bad. You didn't specify you wanted it to work well.
Staying here. I need you on the cameras in case we get flanked. I got this.
Lieutenant,
I said I got this.
That's pretty much Scraw, right? I was waiting for that. It is my objective to get us all killed. I am a villain. Let's not forget that this is secretly like half a Call of Duty game.
Don't do it. Don't move. Fuck this guy.
سلموا نفسكم ليا. ما سمعتهمش؟ جايين لينا. اخلص.
I can't hear you over the problem.
Don't even think about it.
We need to flank him. Only way we're gonna get rid of this cloud. Cover me!
Really long period without any quick time actions for like an action sequence. Again, I have to remind myself that the hitboxes in this game are not extremely forgiving in past games, but I think it's a deliberate choice because everyone's like military and the shooting is supposed to be more relevant. Am I dodging? Another don't trip over a rock action. Missed that one.
I don't have a clear shot.
It's fine, the demons will kill us all.
What is wrong with you? Stay still.
Hello there, rabbit.
was aiming for his shoulder. You saw that. A rough shot. Not saying I'd make a better shot, but shooting out the light source probably wasn't what we wanted. Hey, what was that plan, by the way? We're gonna kill them. And he ran out and made his presence known without killing any of them? It's a weird choice. Where are the lights getting power from? From a generator that's like 150 feet on a higher floor from 1946. That we poured like 2 cans of gasoline in like 3 hours ago.
If they got any sense, they'll stay back. Shit's about to get real in here.
The technology in this game is absolutely ridiculous.
Rachel? Rachel?
Jason? Hey guys, I brought you a demon. I'm covered in jam.
Jason!
Alive?
Our quest to find Jason is temporarily completed.
Jason!
I really do feel like every game needs to have a Jason in it. It seems rude not
So
to.
those things take you.
Jason!
Where's
Oh, if
Eric?
this wasn't clear before, it's clear now.
That's the best you got?
Stop it!
I know it's him, Rach. I know.
You better
mean, they
step
just-
off before I start swinging. Colonel or no colonel?
Don't, Nick.
Not sympathetic. I don't like Eric. I think that's what we're
Spent
getting
a long
at.
time waiting for you, Eric.
Until.
Until I had to move on.
What did you think
Always
was gonna
loyal.
be the until?
You held on. I didn't.
Rachel's basically a jam person now.
infected.
Her DNA's been altered
Turning into
irrevocably.
one of those things. Why'd you bring her here?
She needs our help.
She's beyond help.
No, chat says Tylenol will work.
Wait!
She needs help.
She's one of us.
Step aside, Rachel.
It's too late, Rachel. She can't be saved.
You can't possibly
I mean-
know that.
You heard the man. Now step aside.
We know how dangerous they are. Just like antagonize one of them. I don't like Eric.
What the hell, Eric? Whose side are you on?
This is not about size.
Jason!
If we're gonna survive this, you need to start thinking like a Marine.
Some essential oils on it. I think some apple cider vinegar will really clear that right up. She does not look well.
Hold her.
Let go of me!
There is sort of a point of no return. If she was like enough Pazuzu, like that wouldn't even kill her.
If you saw what happened to Joey, you'd understand.
I led with that, in fairness. And we already saw someone turn, and it was bad. Yeah, Chen has a lot of great suggestions.
Shit together.
I think lighting her on fire would help.
All right, fall back to the main temple.
You know, interestingly, from like a butterfly effect standpoint, bringing her back here and then having them shoot her to death instead of abandoning her probably means that she's less likely to come back and kill us suddenly in the third act. Less likely. Not unlikely. What do you, like, what even was, what? Oh no, the one generator from 1946 finally pooped out. No, not really, it's getting there though.
Lose the generator. We're blind without it.
I need help. You can't let any of those things through.
His accent really came out in that line, huh?
They're inside already. Can't let any more in. Don't care what they're in by shit.
They said they were gonna have the chicken, not us.
Fuck, that's all we need.
Don't understand how, like, any of this technology is working.
Is this place mined?
Don't mind enough.
Sort of. Sort of is my answer to that. Hey, Zacula. Yeah, I agree with you, Zacula. Like, there's a cool, like, overall premise here. There's some weirdness. There's some weirdness.
Look! These things really have a heart.
Must be a big action sequence if we're changing perspectives with the group all together. That's what that meant in the last game, anyway. They really think standing against the door is gonna make that much difference?
It's not gonna hold. This is our house. Our rules.
I believe it's Zephyr's house.
Jason!
I really don't feel like this is gonna do anything. I think this will do no thing. No thing at all.
Is that all you pussies got?
Alright, is that necessary though?
Ah, shit. They're coming through. Fucking things are worse than sewer rats.
Ooh, give them a peach cookie, that always helps. Sewer rats love peach cookies.
Jason!
Learn this. Is that her contribution to the scene?
Worthless pile of shit. Why won't you just fucking work?
It's me trying to start the stream. We don't have an ammo belt, do we? Like, we do have that
About the time we bug out.
Deus Ex machine gun.
They're breaking through the perimeter.
Got any bright ideas?
Glad that chat is having fun with the new scrawl.
Come on.
Kept me at
There's
OBS,
gotta be
right?
something.
Yeah. Yeah, Zacula. Anyone who's done it knows.
Okay, we can make for the catacombs. We need to go down.
In case
Not the
you missed
stink
it,
well.
That ain't the way out.
It's either that or we die where we stand. Everyone move to the east gate.
Didn't we also, like, mine the absolute crap out of that tunnel on the way out? Oh, there's more of them than there were Wendigos. That's actually not true. The Asylum had, like, a ton of them, right? I feel like we retreat. The gun doesn't have ammo, right? I have not seen ammo for that gun. Like, it would be visible from here. Feels like that turned out all right. Everyone be careful, we mined this hallway real bad. Stick to the walls?
Stick to the wall!
Jason!
Move, Marie!
I think I killed some people. I wasn't totally clear as to what they did with the mines before, but several people seem to be dead now. Whoops. I don't know why we would have mined the sides of the hallway, though.
right now.
I mean, I know we
Put some
arranged the
distance
mines so
between
that they
us and
wouldn't
those
blast directly into the center of the room.
We fucking killed Rachel, man.
Shh. Listen. Can you hear that? Blast must have cut us off.
But, like, why would we have set the tripwires where the demons probably wouldn't go?
ارمي سلاحك.
You guys are not helping.
Hello again.
People just died? Yeah. The game really didn't want to show it, though.
What happened up there?
Your friends are a little too jumpy for my liking. It's making me nervous.
Lowering your weapon might help alleviate some of the tension.
اديله رصاصة في دماغه لو ما سمعش الكلام.
I
Can
didn't
a little
catch that.
translation?
Tell him to drop his weapon.
You're in no position to give orders.
You sure about that?
Make a move. I fucking dare you.
Now who pressed L1?
I feel like our uniforms are getting in the way of what could be a beautiful relationship.
تبقاش أهبل.
Shut up!
I say we drill these.
I mean, if we
sorry-looking
just killed this
motherfuckers.
guy, then the rest of us could work together.
هما بيقولوا إيه؟
Nick, deal with this shit.
I mean, I want to work with the guy who doesn't want to kill me.
I don't know what to tell you. We could really use their help.
They're the enemy, Nicky.
I don't trust any one of you.
It's not a great spot to be in. You should trust Nick. Nick definitely could have screwed him over with the demon.
It's them. We must get this door open. Why are you standing there? Help!
Don't even think about it.
Fuck, Jason! The enemy of our enemy is our friend. Move! Come on, man! Right now, we need every pair of hands we can get.
The only problem is, like, this guy doesn't understand English, so we have to be really careful about explaining the situation to him, or he'll probably just, like, shoot us in the back anyway. Because, I mean, he really wants people to be dead, it seems like. Now, 350 feet underground, more or less. Extremely unclear to me how there's still any light sources literally anywhere.
Looks like the worst place in the goddamn world.
I mean, it's not great. I wouldn't vacation here. Survive the assault seems like a bad time. I saw your redemption demolition. I'm waiting for some opportunity that makes sense, and I'm not immediately gonna get like dumped into a cutscene where another person dies. We're not surviving so far.
Who's there?
It's what's her? I don't know why you would ask this. Oh no, it's Sandal's guy. From the start of the game. Gotta find where did Jason go? Did anyone see? I mean, it's a little late for that to be helpful. Does he just die? I haven't had a button prompt in a minute. I'm still carrying the guns. I guess to slow him down? Did anyone grab Eric's lightsaber? That would have been a good thing to have. Crucifix? Is it sharp? I don't know, this is the one he took off that dead guy. understand why there wasn't, like, a run option. Those didn't seem like the two diametrically opposed options that made any sense. It really feels like some gargoyle stuff. I mean, I definitely landed that quick time event. I don't know what to tell you, game. Oh, that looked bad. That looked really bad. These things are like vampires crossed with the Quiet Place creatures. Those things have a name? Where'd he get all that jam? We've been so low. Okay, bye. I mean, I would have chosen that. That guy was just making a problem. Okay. So, I don't know what's going to happen next, but we did get Treat Break Redemption. We could probably use it. They're called Death's Angels in Quiet Place? That's such a bafflingly unhelpful name. That's a very bad name for what that is. Hi everyone. How's everybody doing? 2 people died. So here's... I mean, I'm not going to try to not take responsibility for it, but, like, I feel like the game provided all of that information in both instances of that hallway in a way that wasn't clear. There's like a weird, like, tactical thing where they're like, like, we'll set up the mines this way. No, we'll set up the mines this way. But, like, it still seemed to me like in both instances we were, like, we were setting the tripwires in the middle of the room, and the idea was that the mines were going to face a different direction in case they, like we could either have them, like, focus directly on the door, so if one of them triggered it, it would definitely blow them up. Or it would, like, focus towards, like, the whole room, so that it would do some damage if multiple of them came in. That was my interpretation of what the game told us. So I thought if they went around the side of the room, unless someone immediately triggered the trap behind them, they would not explode. But apparently, what I was supposed to take away from that earlier scene is that we set up the tripwires on the walls because we're idiots. And as a result, when I told them to avoid the middle of the room where I thought the tripwires were, 2 of the characters immediately died. Now, you know, in these games, characters die, and you kind of have to be okay with that, and that's whatever. But I do really hate it when these games do that sort of thing where it's like, one minor decision that, like, no human... Like, here's the thing, right? Let's pretend for a second that I, the player who's embodying this Marine, actually have both the tactical actual knowledge of how one would set up mines in that weird hallway, and 2, the specific recollection of how we did set up the mines. Because you may recall, this is how I remember it, maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but when we had that scene yesterday when we set up those mines, the game, like, asked us to choose one of 2 modes, and then just, like, did a jump cut and, like, showed us just the mines on the pillars. It didn't, like, show us, like, stretching the wire or something in a way that makes it clear to someone who doesn't know what the guys are talking about what happened. And so, like, it's baffling then that the game puts me in the perspective of a character who knows how not to die in that room, and it's just like, flip a coin. Are you insane? Or do you tell them not to die? And I got heads, because I normally call tails, and then 2 people just exploded based on one decision. I'm not saying it's not my fault. I am saying the game handles that information a little weird, and it wasn't clear to me what exactly was happening. But I will say that I don't tend to like it I don't love the way it's framed. That's what I'll say. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Demolition. There's like some good groundwork here. Like, I feel like this could be like a really solid game. It's not bad. I don't have major complaints like I did pretty much throughout Man of Medan, but like it's just it feels like in most instances where something good happens, we probably could have done it better. And where instances where bad stuff happens, we probably could have avoided it. Anyway, I saw Critwitch coming. Hi, Critwitch. It's good to Norwal. That's me. I'm very sweaty, but my body has adjusted to the current temperature. So that's an improvement. All right, donut time. That's why we're here. Demolition redeemed our third of 5 Halloween treats for the night. I can't believe this time is passing this quickly. I'm gonna throw up. So here again are our options. We have had 1 pumpkin donut and 1 chocolate sprinkles that for some reason replaced what probably should have been a 4th purple orange icing extravaganza. Neko had asked to see one of these up close. I didn't see if Demolition had specific. It's really gonna be difficult to get that detail, but I mean it's just icing. Unfortunately, these aren't more elaborate. Sometimes when Krispy Kreme does like fancy Halloween donuts, they're like full on like ghosts or whatever. Everyone has 4 in it. Well, that's sort of a trick question. We started with 5 chocolate sprinkles, and we still have 4 plain. So we have 2 things that there are 4 of. What do you like? Sprinkles? Sprinkles. That seems fair. Could hide ice packs in the Narwhal outfit. Actually, Neko, that's a really funny suggestion. I don't remember if I've told this story on stream. While I eat this donut, I'll share this story and try not to make too many mouth noises. But I maybe mentioned this a long time ago. I occasionally mention that I have, in the past, worked at a Chick-fil-A in the mall in the town where I grew up when I was in high school. There was, in the, like, deep summer one year, somehow we had arranged it so that, like, there was some cross-promotion with, like, a local, like, AAA baseball team. And they wanted the Chick-fil-A cow mascot to be present at the baseball game. Of course, it was like a 96-degree day. But I learned that mascots, at least at whatever level that mascot costume was created for, I don't know how much expense goes into that. But like they have a literal like vest that's just made of a bunch of ice packs like stuck together, and like you would wear that under the mascot costume. And I know because they were looking for someone to volunteer to do that, and you'd only have to work like half a day and you'd get extra pay to do it. And I was like, yeah, I'll like spend like an hour at a baseball game as a cow. And I got to learn that fun fact. It was very hot. It was originally planned that I was going to make like 2 appearances as cow, but the temperature increased to a point that they were like, legally, we can't let you do that. It's too dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I don't ever remember them like asking for volunteers again, but like, I didn't do it again. I mean, the ice packs aren't a perfect solution by any means, Neko, but, like, they did help a surprising amount because it was not a reasonable temperature. It was, like, 96 or something, if I remember. This is, of course, in Fahrenheit. I have no idea how to translate that into Celsius for you, Neko. I'm just not that smart. I mean, I would say that on that 96-degree day in direct sunlight, I was more comfortable with the ice pack on than I presently am in, like, probably 78 degrees in the room or so, and just this costume and a foot fan on. Luckily, as this is an adult onesie, it does just sort of have, like, pre-pant cutoffs or something that my feet are still exposed to appreciate the foot fan, which normally keeps me at a remotely sane temperature, but it's very hot. There's exactly one. This will never show up on camera, or I would show it. There's exactly one tiny ghost-shaped sprinkle on this donut. The rest of them are all regular, just multicolored sprinkles. And then there's just one that looks like a ghost. Yeah, this will just never show up on camera. Well, Neko. Okay, that would make a huge mess in this rugged room to try and have like a foot tub with water in it. I'd have to be very careful, and it would be quite a challenge. And B, I would pretty much have to stop the stream to set that up, and I don't think that's gonna do anyone any favors. My hair is just made of entirely of sweat at this point, so no illusions about that. Or trying not to make a mess, making a mess anyway. Yeah, I don't know how the one ghost-shaped sprinkle got there, but I appreciate it, whoever did that. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I get annoyed in these games when they kill off a character that I like through one of those seemingly random instances. One of my biggest problems with this game is that I'm not strongly attached to any of the characters. Like, I think this is the first time in one of these Dark Pictures games that there wasn't at least one character that I was like, that's the one I want to live. So, like, I'm almost annoyed that I'm not more upset about how poorly that mine hallway went, but I do still maintain that, like, there's something weird about the way the game presents it. I was originally going to dress as one of those statues with just, like, the snake in the weird region, but I found that violated Twitch terms of service. Hey, look who it is, everyone! It's crowd favorite Jason.
Teach you to mess with a Marine.
I'm sorry, what actually happened, though? Did we see him stab that? Why is it dead?
Jason! Jason!
I come in peace.
Don't you fucking move. You alone? Anyone else make it?
It all happened too fast. I think it's just you and me.
Just you and me, huh? Well, that's just fucking great.
I feel like we should be a
Don't
team.
mean you any harm. I swear.
That still cracks you up for Twitch. I enjoy it.
Holding the gun.
I'm very pleased that there's a character named Jason in this game, just so everyone has reason to just keep shouting Jason at me.
The gun.
I feel like cautious would get through to him more. Me being enthusiastic probably makes it seem more like a trap to Jason.
We don't have to be friends, but we can be allies.
We can get out of here alive and then shoot each other. Aha, got him. Told you that'd work, maybe. I'm glad we still have that really sharp bus part. A onesie is sort of just like a ridiculous full body blanket outfit. The specification of it being adult is that it is sized for an adult because it is something that typically a child would wear.
I think for 1 second you're trying to cross me. Best believe me. Following second you're...
Forgot to turn my light on.
I kill vampires. You think I'm afraid of a jarhead?
What even is this? It looks suspicious, but what is it?
One of us holds up the gate. The other can slip through.
Can't we use our sharp stick as a lever? What happens if you, like, mess that up? You just put it down and it gives you a weird look? Come on, man. Wow, we're really good at getting ourselves separated.
What do you think? It's blocked. I gotta find another way around.
How convenient, sort of.
I think there's a way through. I just need to clear it from my side.
Do it quick. Those things could be anywhere. You got any idea what we're dealing with?
I mean, he's called them demons the whole time. Why is he suddenly calling them vampires?
Not possible.
My father once told me, if something looks
The
like
world was
shit,
going to roll
and
me.
smells like shit, you don't have to taste it to know that it's shit. Believe me, they're vampires. We must work together to defeat them.
Yeah, it's beginning to look like that.
Dad?
Yeah, it feels a little late to be completely dismissive, right, Devolution? It's clearly something completely ridiculous. Why are we gonna rule out vampires among all ridiculous options? Oh, I bet he could die here. It's a pretty tough one.
Thanks.
I mean, sort of the fact of the matter is, like, you don't have to literally call it a vampire to know it's, like, something inhuman and, like, unknowable. And it's a problem. Dude, sick throw. Is this guy a descendant of the guy who at the start of the game, like, put it ahead, like, a ridiculous distance into this temple?
What's the first thing you're gonna do when we get out of here?
Hold
Go to
myself.
Disneyland.
How about
Sorry, I have to look at this. It has, like, yeah, it says R32 on the back. It's really important. So sorry to cut you off. No, it was Rachel and Eric who died. Which, in the scheme of things, maybe isn't the worst thing to happen, because, like, man, the dialogue around their relationship was abundant and clunky, if I'm being totally honest with you. I appreciate the weird love triangle, like, I was kind of interested in that angle, but, like, all of the scenes were just Eric repeatedly being like, no, but let's get back together, and she's like, no, I don't really like you, and he's like, no, but please, and she's like, no, I like the other guy, and she's like, ah! Unintelligible. Unintelligible, then. I sat with her in her final moments, telling her how sorry I was. Unintelligible, hell-forsaken place. For placing my vanity above our love. When unintelligible, the end of everything, I knew she unintelligible. Unintelligible, she made me swear to bury this place. Oh, no, wait, I goofed. There's probably a video on the back of that, huh? There it is. It said there wasn't a movie on the back of the rock.
9 p.m.
Good call, Erie Point Master. There probably should have been.
As I sat with my wife, I noticed something in her hand. Lady Bradshaw's brooch. She must have pulled it from her shirt when she grabbed at her. Turning it over, I noticed that it looked like one of the creatures we'd exhumed from the cocoons. Were these the demons Mary had spoken about? Had Bradshaw known all along what we'd find down here? Then Mary's corpse moved.
What-oh?
It was not my wife. It was something inhuman. It leapt at me.
I feel like there's an obvious joke there that I'm slightly above making. Slightly, though. I hope Salim is like, hey, did you see the movie on the back of that paper? It's definitely vampire. So are we on our way back to the stink well? Is that the plan? I don't know how that's our way out. But at some point we decided that's where we were going. Love my light source. Very helpful.
What is the meaning of those markings on your hand?
It's to honor the dead. It's the reason I fight.
It's as good a reason as any.
It's a damn good reason. The only reason.
I have no grievance with you.
I have no grievance with you.
Maybe you need to switch on the news.
Listen. There was a man once who built his house on the banks of a river.
I like that he speaks only in, like, folk wisdom.
Washed away. When the droughts came, the water dried up and the man was thirsty. All day, the insects bit this man's flesh.
I know,
And
right?
each night, he says to his wife, we have all the fish we can eat. Your people chose this war, Jason.
I think you need to give your mouth some rest.
Let's press triangle and open his door. Let's agree to disagree and press triangle. Echo says she doesn't know what the joke was. He said that, he saw his wife's body move, and it wasn't his wife, it was an inhuman monster. Basically, you could say, oh no, I was mistaken, that was my wife. I would just want to... I'm not entirely clear why this logic makes any sense. If anyone was to, like, get off the door, shouldn't it be the one with the, like, vampire stake? God. Looks like he's going for its kidneys, but I don't think that's how you kill one of these. Uh-oh. Hey, you know what? I might watch a show called Salim Vampire Slayer. He's pretty good at this. Thanks, Demolition. Thanks for stopping by. We'll miss you next week, but I hope you have fun on your trip.
Say we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, seems like a good call. I think this might be my favorite part of the game so far. It's just like these two, like, kind of working out their cultural differences while slaying vampires. Like, that's actually kind of fun. Well, it really feels more like action game than story game for sure at this point. Just this particular part of the story, we just sort of go in a room and a bad thing happens and we fight it and we're like, let's slowly open another door. There's so many light sources. This game is preposterous.
Looks to me like a medical bay.
This could come in handy.
Better than Tylenol.
If you want to stick 60-year-old explosive in your back, be my guest.
No, sorry, that's just my wife again. Sorry, the jokes are just so obvious, I'm having trouble not making them.
Those chemical weapons are close, right?
You think there's a movie on the back of this photo? Who writes autopsy notes on the back of a postcard? Point Master says they're vampires. I feel like not having working kidneys could present a problem to them. You know, you're not exactly wrong, but like being supernatural in nature, I still feel like I'd go for the one way that supposedly kills them. Specimen contains an inordinate amount of blood in its stomach. Analysis of blood sample shows high density of adrenaline. Does this organism feed on fear? Instills fear in its victim and gets adrenaline pumping and attacks? Appreciate, like, the attempt at reasoning there. Ooh, I get to move the coffee. Hey, everyone, I get to move the coffee. Oh, look at that. More medical charts. These are fun. Patient named Mary. Was Mary the one on the last one of these, or was it a different person? I genuinely don't remember. Pulse dangerously high. Over 101 degrees Fahrenheit and 170 beats per minute. Subject mostly conscious. Occasionally wakes and screams. Sweating sickness continues. Hey, it's me! It's me having nightmares. Since, you know, like the start of last year. Saline supply low. Detected movement under the skin of the abdomen or on the location of the adrenal gland. R suggests exploratory surgery, but I fear M might not survive the operation. Temp hit 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Subject weakening. More movement under the skin. Parasitic organism? Time of death, 2013. Yep, that sounds right. I mean, if you've never watched Lost, definitely don't put, like, old, decomposed dynamite in your backpack. It's just a pretty big dump.
It's caverns.
Whatever's down there, those explorers got there first. Hold up, will you?
What are you doing? You think they're still alive? That's hopeful.
Yeah, but if you write JK, they're gonna think you're not serious. They're like, we didn't go that way. It looks really weird. Like a tree made out of water. But wait, what do its roots do? What does the wet tree's roots do?
Is that your wife?
Not the mean option.
It's funny how you can know someone for years and never really know them. I had no idea my captain was married.
Is that the asshole you were with earlier?
You didn't make it.
Works for me. One less bad guy to deal with.
Read the room, Jason.
Time will come when you'll deeply regret this manner.
I don't carry regrets.
Bag's too full of dynamite for that. Hello, Ditto. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Happy Halloween to you. I'm concerned we haven't hit what I think is the act break. Feel like we should have hit a short while ago. Maybe we're close. The donut breaks are slowing us down a bit.
This place is Jack in the Box.
It's a weird description. Get to hold a ferret and you're very happy. Awesome. Was it a spooky ferret?
It's like nothing I've ever seen.
You see that elevator cable? The explorers must have gone down.
I don't think they made it back up.
If only Ezio were there. He would have helped them get back up.
Functional.
Oh my god.
No.
Why?
No?
We are not going down there. The archaeologists didn't make it out. What does that tell you?
We're not
The
archaeologists?
Lazarus pit.
Our world is up there, not down below.
Well, there's an army of monsters between us and the world above.
Just hit up on the elevator. It'll be fine.
You crazy? If those vampires come from anywhere down there, you really want to find them in their own home?
What I've been doing since I set foot in this country. Get that elevator working.
The fact that these generators work is just astonishing. It really is. Oh my god, don't take that. Do not take that elevator. If you value your life, don't even look at that elevator. It's just filled with death gas. This whole pit. Why would you go down there? It's like the same elevator from Until Dawn. Oh my god, we're absolutely going to die. It's just gonna be Nick. That's it. It's the Nick show.
An ancient horror has awoken
Hey,
from its slumber and is hungry for blood. Shall we see how many have fallen into shadow? 2 down, 3 left standing. Rachel and Eric, separated in life, but reunited in death.
I bet they're insufferable wherever they're at, too. Just like they were in the game.
It's almost as if you're trying to get them killed.
I mean, again, I'd sort of argue that the game just made that
nothing
decision seem really odd.
unfortunate has befallen Sergeant K. Those taken by the Abyss seldom live to tell the tale. As for Jason and Salim, sworn enemies who cannot seem to bury the hatchet.
I feel like that's mostly Jason's
is
fault.
Buried in a bag. I don't want to seem like an ungracious host, but time is against us. I'll be here to greet your charges as they cross the finishing line, or to bury what remains of them under it.
Did you see that his face became a spooky skull? Alright, so we should be in Act 3 now, if I understand how all this works. Oh, we time jump. What?
Jesus,
Wait,
Eric,
what?
how many times? This is me. This is my way of dealing with it, and I'm done trying to explain it to you. Yes, yes, this is my life now, and I'll live it on my terms. Wait, what did you just say?
Bad time?
Yeah, it's a real fucking bad time.
I'm just dropping off the files you requested.
Not now. I said not now.
I didn't mean to upset you.
It just stabs him, creates a time paradox.
Seems like out here we're all running away from something. I know I am.
You were caught up in that mess at the checkpoint. You shot that woman. No, it's okay.
I believe you shot that woman.
You can talk to me.
It's just everyone seems to have an opinion on it. I'm dealing with it in my own way.
Are you?
You got your own problems. And whoever that was,
I got 99 problems and you ain't one.
Asshole. Whatever it is, you'll deal with it.
Oh man, did I leave my microphone on this whole time?
No,
Yeah, nice funny, welcome to the stream. Happy Halloween to you. Although, I imagine for you Halloween was yesterday. That was weird. It's a metaphor.
Jason. Jason.
Jason?
Jason! Jason!
Oh, Chet never lets me down. Is that who we're looking at now? Don Vampire?
Fuck this!
Jason!
It's going to like magically attach to his back. About like every action scene has just been like chat exploding with like sound effects. It's very effective at distracting me from choices, which may or may not be the intention. I like it either way. I feel like the straw monster was the only thing that Unavowed was really missing, right? Or that Heavy Rain was missing. We need the crossover. There were no QuickTime events during the flashback or the current scene. I'd say that could have been a cutscene, but it was. But I'm still not entirely sure why we had a whole perspective change with no input.
I've seen some fucked up shit in my life. Nothing comes close to this. They don't seem to be following.
Do you like to wait for them, or...?
Don't need to be a smart ass. Just move.
Nice one. You made a trick-or-treat display in front of your door? That's great. You have pictures of it? We could share on the Discord. Oh, let's turn on our light. Nice money redeemed. Halloween treat. That'll leave us with just one more, right? So, these have been our breaks between the tense scenes going on. Since you just arrived, I'll do a brief explanation. I went in search of spooky Halloween treats for the stream, and managed to get some Halloween donuts from Krispy Kreme. And every time someone redeems Halloween treat, I have one of these and talk with chat. We have one more break for the stream. Use it wisely. But as the redeemer, Ice Bunny, you can choose whether you would like me to have a plain glazed donut, frosted purple-orange donut, sprinkles donut, or a pumpkin with extra frosting. I'd definitely say that the pumpkin is the most festive, but the others have been pretty good. They're all good. It says, I left the room to brush my teeth. All I could hear was heavy rain and wind outside, and then a single, John! Yeah, it's dangerous to leave the stream on. Everyone's just gonna eventually spam heavy rain sound effects. How do I think I'll feel by the end of this stream? Well, I spent like the first half of my day getting extra exercise in so I could justify having several mini donuts. I don't think that will counteract fully the damage I'm doing to myself, especially because I'm very hot in this costume. But I'm having a good time. I really am. I was really stressed like all weekend about this stream and all the things I wanted to set up and do for it. But it's going pretty much according to plan. Pumpkin cause sugar? That's an excellent reason, Ice Bunny. Like where your head's at. Alright, chat, we got one more donut. Keep that in mind. Anyone have any questions or want to share any Halloween stories or anything while I do this? It says his ADD will be triggered for the rest of the stream since now it's like impossible for the donuts to be the same. I would say of the set, probably unsurprisingly, the very cute pumpkins are my favorite. They plugged up the hole in the donut with like extra frosting to make the little pumpkin stem. It's very good. Hey, serious question though. How do we feel about the current sound effect I managed to grab of the scraw? Do we like it? Do we want me to try harder to get the thunder out of the end of it? I tried, but oh my god, the technology was being such a dingus. It was making my life very difficult. Carbs are our friends. I have to hear it again. Gosh, if only someone in chat wanted to pull a Halloween trick. There it is. It's the best I got was like it's at the tail end. I think it adds to the spookiness that you hear the scrawl and then it's like thunder strike. But you let me know. I could put more effort into it. I just didn't have time. Yeah, the big frosting dump in the middle. It's good stuff. It's my favorite part of this whole experience. You know, I put a lot of thought into trying to make this a fun stream. I feel like this will be a borderline unwatchable YouTube video. So, feel free to berate me in the comments if you are trying to watch this on YouTube. Yeah, I could try to do that too, Cotillion. It's just tricky, because here's the problem. Is that there are 3 sound effects. The rain is constant on the unavowed home screen. And then there's, like, this weird skull that flies by and makes a swoosh. There's the, like, thunder bird demon thing that makes the scrawl. And then there's, like, the lightning that makes thunder strikes. But, like, they're all generated, like, essentially completely at random. It's not like there's a loop where it's like, this time you hear skull, this time you hear scrawl. So, like, that's the trick of it. It's not that it's undoable. It's just that it takes more effort than it probably seems like. I can give it a shot. Neko, I know you love food, and I'm still not convinced that's accurate. That you just like watching YouTube videos of people eating. I mean, it's also possible that because I recorded like 5 or 6 minutes of just the home screen, hoping to get a good one. It's possible one of them has like the scrawl and then lightning or thunder at the end, and I just like didn't try to use that one. Oh no, I got some of the frosting on my like napkin thing. Paper towel somehow didn't come to mind, so I called it a napkin thing. Oh, that sucks, UV Point Master. Sorry you got hit with so many ads trying to watch the VOD on Twitch. I've been thinking, you guys can let me know what you think. I've been thinking of adding a channel point redemption for a short ad break. So, like, maybe we set aside a little bit of time to, like, turn off ads for new people or people who aren't regular subscribers. And also, you can sort of use it if, like, you know you're going to go to the bathroom and you don't want to miss anything. I might put, like, a limit on how many times we could do that per stream or something, but, like, that might help for the live stream. It wouldn't help with the VODs. I don't really know if there's a way around that, unfortunately. But I do appreciate you watching the VOD. Well, I've ruined this napkin thing. Let me tell you that straight up. Lots of little donut bits are permanently fused to it. Is there a way around it, Cotillion? The gingerbread cookie is is a video you've rewatched most on YouTube. Wow. I don't know how to take that. I mean, certainly thanks, but it almost makes me worry for you. Alright, again, that's 4 donuts down. That means we got 1 more treat in us. And even that is ill-advised. So, choose your break wisely, chat. Let's get back in the game. We just descended an elevator and somehow we're still alive. Really, none of this makes any sense. Let me just look at this tree. There might be a temple guard in it.
What is that? Cocoon? It looks like those things came from here.
Smells like formaldehyde.
Alien.
Since when did you become a scientist?
That might be what you were hinting at. Thank you for gifting us up to EV Point Master. It's much appreciated, Cotillion.
Stay clear of it.
Here's this. More audio-visual noise for the stream. Yeah, I don't get it, Ditto. I don't know what the end game is. Because, like, I get the argument that if we go up, we know that there's a bunch of monsters up there. But, like, how do we ever get to the surface if we just go down? I mean, I know that Demo would do it if he was here, but that doesn't mean other people have to do it. Demolition also doesn't have to do it. I keep telling him that. Sometimes I'm worried he genuinely doesn't know he's not obligated to do that. hair's like so loopy and sweaty and miserable.
Randolph Hodgson.
When I take off this hood, it's gonna be like, it's just gonna be like a Gorgon under here, man. Randolph Hodgson. Release. Open the book. Very helpful. Why even? Oh, my mom just got a bunch of pirate costume trick-or-treaters. That's awesome. I'd ask if you got a photo, except that's gotta be like the creepiest thing I can imagine. That a bunch of kids come to your door and they're like, let me take a photo of your children! Is it gonna bite me? A pocket watch? A pocket watch? A pocket watch?
Mary Hudson. She's gotta be his wife.
Her story didn't end so well. Jason?
What?
Jason?
I can't end up like this.
You probably can. I don't think you're immune. That's not what you meant, is it?
Jason!
Okay, found another loose sheet of paper that might have a movie on the back. When this temple falls, my wife and I will be unintelligible. I owe her that.
Jason!
I almost want to finish reading there. It's such like a weird statement by itself. We will be unintelligible. I owe her at least that. The portrait I carry in my watch case is the Mary that I remember. Not that unintelligible. Here's a movie, everyone. Consider me your substitute teacher.
She knew all along what was down here. She led us to them. I found her below, hunched over the murdered corpse of Van Hoyten. As she turned to
I've actually been saying that mostly right.
I saw that she had
Even though that felt wrong.
My hand fell to the closest weapon I could find, an iron tent peg. I stabbed her with the metal, impaling her in the heart. She died.
He didn't like that.
Unholy screams echoed from deep below, as if answering the sudden release of blood.
Maybe there's some coffee. I hope that, like, at the climax of the game, they have another one of those move the coffee cup when, like, all the monsters are trying to attack us. That's my secret wish. Hey, let me just say, there's a lot of things you could be doing on Halloween night. Thanks so much to everyone for coming out. This is a blast. I really appreciate this. I mean, I know I'm mentioning that I'm very hot, and that's mostly just so you know that you will continue to see me sweat. But, like, I've been looking forward to this all month, and I put in the work because I was excited to do this, and I'm really glad that people came out to enjoy it, and I hope that you are enjoying it. Sincere.
Yeah, what you said.
Are we just in, like, Prometheus now? Like, what?
The fuck is this place?
I think I've lost sight of whatever this game was about. A bunch of dramatic close-ups of just like random rocks. I don't know what my takeaway was supposed to be.
Is this even real?
No, it's not. And then they wake up and the whole thing was a dream. Got him!
We are being judged. God is punishing us all for the mistakes we have made. Zane is all I have left in this world. After my wife left us, I gave him my all. I wanted him to have everything I didn't.
Single parent. Tough fucking gig.
It is. But my boy has made me very proud. He's going to London, to university. If only he would stop stealing.
Think that's like Jason's backstory and he relates to that, or is he just silently judging him? No, I
Is
don't
your conscience clear?
think you said that, Haggis. I'm not sure which thing you... I'm gonna pick checkpoint because I want to know what that means.
Green zone. Checkpoint.
What checkpoint?
Nick and I, we were caught in traffic. Checkpoint had been hit before
That
by
checkpoint.
suicide bombers.
You keep catching me off guard with the story somehow.
There was a woman.
No worries, Haggis. I would correct the mishearing. I just don't know what part of that you thought that was.
Tell me.
I ordered
I don't
for
think
her to
Jason...
stop.
If anything, Nick
clear,
would have killed his wife,
she
but
didn't.
that was
Just
like
kept on
3 weeks
walking.
ago. And, like, I think his wife, like, left them. I
I had to
think.
make a call. Nick. He shot her dead.
What was in the bag?
Groceries.
Clamps.
I don't understand. Why didn't she stop?
She didn't hear
I don't
me.
know either.
She had fucking headphones on.
Oof. That's tough.
This bullshit. I'm not here to honor the dead. The truth is, my life was going nowhere fast. I jumped at the chance to sign up.
We all have our reasons. They don't have to be profound.
Profound, huh? Those towers were hit. I was stoned out of my fucking skull. I didn't even hear about it till a week later.
Kind of impressive.
How's that for profound? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here.
You're serving your country.
That woman had a family, friends. She had her whole life in front of her, and we snuffed it out with a single bullet. I mean, what the fuck?
Right? I mean, legit. But, like, what's the ooze? What's the glowing
I
ooze?
hear you thinking,
We're waiting for something to happen. Maybe we should take the initiative and make something happen.
what you have in mind?
We go inside there and we
Flip
find
them
a
off.
way to hurt
Maybe
them.
they hate the bird.
Those fucking things tried to fuck with our heads. They tried to kill us. But you and I, we're both standing. Start believing, Salim. We're gonna get out of here and see the sun again.
Is that what you truly believe?
Hoorah!
What?
I speak
on
English,
earth
but I don't know
does
what
that
that means.
It's a Marine thing.
Oh. So, does that make me a Marine too?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, huh?
Oh, okay.
Hey, whatever happens out there,
Relationship
your
updated. Besties.
We'll stand together. It's the only way.
There's a weird cut. Alright, let's take the fight to them. Pause. Cut. Splash. That elevator went super deep. The elevator went like 3,000 feet underground. That's a lot. That's a long elevator. Especially because it was like kind of a makeshift elevator made in the 1940s. No, Haggis, this built logically from the rest of the game. I don't think you missed anything.
What is this?
I don't know what to tell you, man. No, Nick's not dead yet. He's following behind us. He saw a marking these characters left behind that pointed in the direction of the elevator they took down. So he should be down here eventually, at least in theory. Those three characters are still alive, but Rachel and Eric's still super dead. At least we got a trophy for it. So, like, did the Sumerians know that they built their temple on the plot of Alien?
Stay close.
Or the unknown, find a way to strike back. Search the area.
This gotta be where those things come from.
I think so. The question is, where the hell are they?
I thought the question was who's gonna train us, because we have no idea how to stop them from killing us repeatedly. So I guess the takeaway is really genuinely supposed to be that, like, these seem like creatures of mythology, but they're actually alien. It's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's probably a better example. Only seems to be one interactable object, so this one. If only we had, like, a chainsaw on the end of our gun.
Sleep. Over here.
You weren't expecting xenomorphs? Really? Again, I feel like it just flowed so logically for the rest of the story.
God didn't make these creatures.
No. It's possible we've got this wrong way around.
What's that supposed to mean?
Maybe we're intruding on them.
Wait, check this out.
What Hearthstones look like?
Sounds like music.
That don't sound like any music from where I'm from.
Okay, maybe not music. Could be a language.
Where's the masking tape on the back with a random letter and number written on it? A lot of things to say about that, considering it doesn't seem relevant. I didn't notice any other thing to interact with. Is that me? Is that my bad?
How far
Is
down
that on
do you
me?
think we are?
Difficult to say. It's easy to lose track of time down here.
Further this direction?
Moths is everywhere.
Is it just me or?
There's something. I'm gonna drop down. Anyone ever play the game, Phantasmagoria 2? It has an ending that's a little similar to this also. It's wild. This kind of looks like the inside of the Avatar ride in Animal Kingdom.
Sleep. Check this out. It's one of those creatures.
He says he's not too upset Eric died. He would have sold everyone out to Wayland Yutani.
You don't
Yeah.
think it's alive, do you?
I don't know, man.
Touch it,
You touch it.
Shit.
pussy.
I don't want to touch it. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Wow. Game lulled me into a false sense of security. Had a pretty generous window on that, thankfully.
Did you see that?
Of course I fucking saw it.
No, what happened?
Fossilized. Must be millions of years old.
Touch it again. Oh no, that was a glitch? Like, that's not a real hotspot anymore? Squirrel indeed.
We mustn't lose sight of each other down here.
Okay, we won't. We've got another corpse. You want to touch it? Hotspot's acting up again. Come on. Come on. You remember that EV Point Master? The creature from Dimension X? It's just wild, because it's like a point... It's like an FMV point-and-click adventure game sort of hybrid thing. But, like, the thing that's really funny about it is you end up going to this, like, alien-looking dimension at, like, the very end of the game, and it still has these adventure game-style puzzles, but, like, nothing makes any sense. You're like, add starfish to snail, and then it just, like, morphs into something completely different, and you still have no idea what it does, but, like, it's important to the plot. It's like, what? What's happening?
I think he's still alive. Oh, that's
How could he...
impossible. In this place, everything's possible.
Shit. Fucker's been alive all this time, just sitting here with half a head.
Fluid.
It's a pretty bad fate.
Must have preserved his flesh, his brain. What should we do? We can't leave him like this.
Well, shit. You had enough time to get used to it?
I'm serious. Oh. The noise will attract the vampires. I'll do it.
I'll stab it with my super stake. Yeah, no, if this guy is alive, it's very, very, very upsetting. Weird that I had no input on that. Is that relevant to the plot, too? Because it feels like a really weird thing to just randomly add to the game. The game has taken quite a turn. I hope you will agree. Now entering Tomorrowland Station. Just, hoping this isn't the ledge I came from. The game sort of directed me to walk this way, and I just sort of went with it. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to know if he, like, wanted to be dead. Like, Salim sort of gives Jason a hard time, but it's like, I mean, this is what his life is. I don't know. Like, I don't know what he wants. Like, choosing to kill him feels a little aggressive. I kind of hate in movies when people, like, assume that if we just keep going, we'll find, like, some secret solution that will help us, like, stop this alien vampire army. It's like, no, I mean, they might just be super powerful alien vampires, in which case they'll just kill us, you know? Yeah, that guy definitely had, like, a little something on his face. Well, this is a weird twist. I can sort of see what was alluded to. That, like, this game doesn't pull its punches in the third act and just pretend that everything was hallucinations or whatever. Come on, interact. Yeah, that's a crystal skull right there. Is there a movie in the skull?
It's lame. Looks like someone's been avoiding the dentist. No fangs.
Can you see? The bone is ruptured where there should be, as though smashed from the inside out.
What are you saying?
Maybe these things weren't originally vampires. Maybe they got infected.
That's interesting. An interesting notion. They're literally vampires in that, like, something quasi-supernatural affected them. Back, but at work. Welcome back, Zacula. You could be forgiven for not thinking we're playing the same game. But this is still the same game. We're still playing House of Ashes. It's just now House of Ashes is Alien. It's the movie Alien.
Sleep. What is it? I think we hit the mother lode.
Okay, but like, what do we do with that information? Also, I feel like this doesn't appear to be the mother lode until you're definitely closer than where they were standing.
You thinking cocoons?
Yeah.
Then I am thinking what you're thinking.
I have no idea what either of them are thinking.
Quietly.
We go from gargoyles to Alien. We took an elevator like 3,000 feet underground, and then it was kind of just Alien all of a sudden. Like, legitimately, I have no... They're like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, I could not have less of an idea of what either one of you were talking about. Not a way forward that isn't stepping on vines. I feel like that's a thing I want to avoid. The creaking isn't encouraging. The creaking makes me unhappy. Not clear to me if I'm actually supposed to avoid stepping on the vines. Maybe it's the way around? I did something. I succeeded in some way. This is the level of totally bananas you were hoping for? Well, here we are, Zacula. Proud to help out with that. No, we didn't make it to the literal House of Ashes, the underworld afterlife where you can only drink dust and eat clay. But we did go 3,000 feet underground and find the movie Alien. If that answers your question, Arcadius. Corpses! Yeah, corpses. I'll leave because he's not saying anything. Seriously? No dialogue at all? Yeah, let me do a little...
Check this out. They died fighting each other.
They kind of look like they laid down for a nap. They don't look like they were fighting to me.
I thought these things were a pack. Trained, disciplined. Why would they fight each other?
Zacula asks how you drink dust. Surely it's food, not beverage. You know, I don't know. I'm almost positive I'm remembering this correctly because I had the same question, Zacula. But earlier in the game, we read something that was like, yeah, you know, the established House of Ashes. It's like the afterlife, where the only thing you can drink is dust, and the only thing you can eat is clay. And then they said, like, if your family in the overworld sacrifices food, then you can eat something other than dust and clay. And if they sacrifice squirrel, then you can summon a creature in Inscription. Game we've been playing on stream recently, this October. By the way, are people interested in seeing more Inscription? I know we had kind of a low turnout on Friday, which I attributed to a combination of Halloween and weekend plans probably coinciding. But if people are just not into it, we can definitely move on from it. Let me know your thoughts if you have. Also happy to finish it. I don't think it's a super long game. Well, this has already gone poorly. Oh no. Buddy bump. Which ammo do you think they had on them?
I got something for you.
White phosphorus, probably. Wait, what are we doing? I still don't know what the plan is. You guys think what I'm thinking? Because I don't know what I'm thinking. How did he get past that thing?
Go!
Does anyone know what the plan is? Oh my god, it really is like, this feels so much to me like the end of Phantasmagoria 2. Which is such a delightfully bananas way for that game to end, but it's also
Turned out
really
like
stupid.
Fucking cavalry. I thought you were dead.
Not my time.
Glad you're here, man.
That's good to know, Haggis. I'll keep that in mind. Your availability is more Saturday. I only moved it to Friday because I wanted to do the double feature of this week. But I'll post the YouTube video for Friday's inscription if you want to catch up on that. I like that. Like, there's some like 1940s gear that really somehow wants me to believe that those explorers made it here when these like armed soldiers like barely got here alive.
Good plan.
Sergeant K, what do we got left?
I only have like 3 billion bazookas or something.
6 FMJ, 3 40mm high X rounds, a couple of 9mm pistols, 4 clips between them. We'll make that work. Huh. Plus 2 Foster rounds. And 1 block of composition C4.
It already has some loose duct tape on it for some reason.
All in, it's not enough.
We've also got this.
It's old, unpredictable.
We work with what we got.
Our fuses are shot, but we can use the C4 to detonate them. Let's just hope they still pack a punch.
The vampires come from those cocoons. You saw how many there were in that vault? There could be thousands in there.
No, but we have like 1 C4, bro.
Burn as many of those motherfuckers as we can and head for the surface. What do you think, Sergeant?
Ooh.
Alternatively, could we not just head to the surface?
You still got that med kit. That'd be a good time to use it.
It's looking pretty late. I can only patch up 1 person.
Who's actually taking damage among them?
Have a field day with this.
Looks like our explorer friends are here too.
I don't know what that did, but it sure made some
Search this place
birds.
before we move out.
Hey, this book doesn't have all its pages torn out. Weird cut. Chamber talk with your allies. Okay, hey Nick.
Could have used Rachel right now. Wish we could have saved her.
Can we talk
You
about
hadn't
something else?
specifically told her to walk into the mines for some reason.
Tell me about the explosives. Feeling good about them?
Good as it can be.
Yeah, that's more or less my takeaway, Haggis. I can't specifically remember when Salim got an injury. I imagine that was supposed to be like a difficult choice, but somehow Jason never got like a severe injury, so it was just sort of like, alright, I guess Salim's alright. But like, hey, that's probably... Oh my god! Do you know what we just found? We found a stray score piece! Like it's Eternal Sonata! Oh, I love it. I love how stupid that is. You think there's... Wait, do you think that on the back of this score piece is a slideshow that may or may not tell me facts about Chopin? Oh man, it's just like words. That's way less exciting. If this game gave me like a Rick Astley like Chopin slideshow, I'd give it like 15 out of 10. Like literally any game gets a free pass from me if it does that ever for the history of time. As I discover more about the musical language of these creatures, my mind spins in wonder at how they came to be here. Did they soar through the skies in the days of dinosaurs? Did their great empire span the globe while we were swinging from the trees? They're dead now! Their forms are somewhat like our own, but everything else about them is alien to life as we know. The console displays what appears to be a constellation of stars. Cetus, as seen from Earth. Did they come here from beyond, crossing great gulfs of space to land here? Were they trying to get home? Wait, does anyone remember what the 7th symbol is? The one for Earth?
Over here. I found something.
Hold on. Hold on. Haggis says, Chopin spent his years away from Poland exploring the alien vampire ruins, an act that would lead to the wasting disease that took his life. And Arcadia says, I'll give you a Chopin fact instead. Chopin played the piano in the dark throughout his entire life. He would always put out the candles in the room, and even when playing at an event or party, he would ask to extinguish the light in the room. He was shy and only gave around 30 public concerts in his lifetime. He preferred to play to small gatherings in the salons of wealthy Parisians. Huh. Here's the thing about Chopin facts. It's so hard to know if they're real. That sounds plausible and is interesting. And also can relate. Same. It's trying to be Lovecraft. I'm not sure about that, Zach. I think it's supposed to be not straight up like cosmic horror mysterious, but kind of just cosmic horror like alien. I mean, there is the element that it was like buried under the earth and it's been here all along, but I don't get the whole like eldritch vibe and like horrors of the fabric of the universe or something. Can I look at that again? Hello? I can't imagine what point in the game that would be. Oh no, wait. Don't they usually stick one of these at the end of the game that's from the next game? Isn't that a thing they do? Maybe it's that? Can't quite tell. I mean, like, that woman looks like that could be the tech woman, but, like, I'm not totally sure. Context is a little weird, because I don't think we ever saw her without her, like, military outfit on. Also, fun fact, it says this was found in Strange Aeons, which is the name of an Eldritch Horror adventure path from Paizo. I know, because it's what the Glass Cannon podcast is playing through in their live show tour. We see it? Yeah, let's do it one more time, because this caught me off guard. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is just supposed to be the tech girl. It looks a little like her, but the scenario looks a little weird to me. Like, there's no clear point in the game when it feels like this could be. Like, I can't quite identify that character. No, I don't think that's her. I think that's someone else. Yeah, light or bad, right? That's about as much as you can ever hope to get from these premonitions, Zacula. But I think you know that. You said you played Man of Medan, right? You ever play Until Dawn? I'm sure we talked about this. I love Until Dawn. Until Dawn and Heavy Rain are like two of my favorite games. Just generally, but definitely of this style. Hunts victim, implants parasite. Parasite gestates. Post-death, parasite takes over. Women inherit the earth. That's a Jurassic Park joke. It's obscure, so no one will get it. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that Lovecraft quote, but it makes sense with the context. Yeah, that's the weird thing, right, Zacula? I've maintained that point as well, that Until Dawn is what these games wish they were. But, like, all of these have the benefit of, like, these people made Until Dawn, and then they keep making games, and I just feel like they don't learn anything from what was successful and not successful in the other games. It feels like every time they make a game, they're kind of just, like, trying stuff out at random. And, like, certainly they're welcome to do whatever their creativity dictates, but at the same time, like, I feel like you could make a better product if you just, like, considered what was and wasn't working in these games. Because, like, Until Dawn is great, and, like, none of these games that have come since, to me, have been close to that level. Ooh, there might be a movie on the back of this one. They are coming. We must end it here, with Unintelligible. There is time, my last act will be to dictate this diary onto Unintelligible, found in the rubble. It can serve as a warning to any who unintelligible.
The
bones of this temple are drenched in blood.
I legitimately kind of stopped thinking about the fact that I'm wearing a narwhal onesie, and then the screen went dark, and then I was like, right, that's happening.
A blasphemy that comes in indescribable shapes and forms. For eons we lived as children in this world, unaware of the horrors that slumber beneath our feet. Now we have blindly thrown open the gates to madness. I fear being taken, but I must do what I must. We must seal this place for eternity, for all mankind. Mary, I'm sorry.
That was supposed to feel like new information, it didn't. This says, I'm also of the opinion Until Dawn benefited from much better actors. Until Dawn had a strong cast for sure. I feel like there have been good actors, but not like a overall cast of the same quality in these subsequent games. Was this another premonition? No. Weird piece of paper. FAO Pullman, new equipment requests. Wait, why would there be a new equipment request like 3,500 feet underground? Like at this point, like who do they think they're reaching with this request for more equipment? Pickaxes times 12, rope, minimum 1,000 feet, plywood box times 29 eternal, 1,200 units long, 790 wide, 510 tall, height, millimeters. Really confusing. Okay. Arc lamps times 20 plus generator, crowbars times 4, gas masks times 6, EVH. To whoever finds this, forgive me.
Why the hell did he do that?
It seems like this might be important, because the next sentence is, I have sabotaged the dynamite to prevent my colleagues from sealing the temple to the world. Lady Bradshaw was right to bring me here. These creatures are a key to limitless power. There are secrets here that could allow humanity to reach across the stars, perhaps even open a stargate of sorts. Please safeguard this ruin and do not think badly of me for what I have done. I serve only the future. Alice Van Hoyten. So, does that mean that the dynamite we have is useless? Does that change the game? Does that change our bearing or whatever? Yeah, I think we're of the same mind on that, Zacula. Like, there's definitely some good actors in these games, but, like, I do feel like most of the Until Dawn cast was pretty strong. And, I don't know, I think that game also benefits from just, like, a simplicity. I feel like they've tried to, like, overcomplicate these things with, like, a twist when, like, the first game was kind of just like, oh no, we're teens in the woods and a bad thing happened, and, like, maybe it's all a prank, and then it's not a prank, and then it's just kind of like a slasher movie, but with Wendigos. And, like, it works really well for me. It's very, like, straightforward for the most part, but, like, that's all I need. That's all I need, man. It's alright. It's not bad. I think it's, like, a little worse than this game. I don't know. We'll see how this pans out.
It makes for an interesting read.
I've never been one for books. Wait for the movie to come out.
Ball.
The fuck is that?
Oh, it's
Sorry, that was me. I farted.
What do you make of these carvings?
It's a language formed from chords, musical scales, sonics. Mary
Man, Chopin would really help out here.
She deciphered it. She thought these carvings represented the stars. Do you see? It's Cetus, the whale.
That language sounds a little like Morse code.
No, it's more musical.
No, you're wrong, idiot.
It has a pitch, a rhythm, color. According to the journal, there was only one scale of sound in the device. But Mary was studying it alone. I think there may be another. I'm going to need your help.
Name it.
This console is too big to operate single-handedly.
there's no explanation as to, like, what... Oh. He's just like, I need you to help operate it. And then they're both just sort of touching it, like, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, I think that's an exhaust port. Somehow, Eternal Sonata makes similar sense. Honestly, that seems about fair. Hey, congrats on finishing your Darkest Dungeon 2 run, Cotillion. It seems like you're having a lot of success with that game. From what I've seen, like, other people are really struggling.
These creatures were once peaceful. Their language was one of music. How could they not feel emotion? Then a tragedy fell upon them. Their great empire collapsed.
Probably the vampirism.
And they turned on each other. What happened?
I think it was the vampirism.
What turned them from architects into killers? Whatever it is, it twisted them. Now they're creatures of hate, animals, dead things.
Yeah, I think Salim is definitely my favorite character. I appreciate Jason as a character, though. I like that he represents a different perspective and isn't... It's not the most elegant writing, but, like, I feel like it's reasonably realistic. His approach and his attitude.
I don't know, but Old Mother Mary was right about one thing. There's no more good in this place. And come on, let's go burn these motherfuckers.
Someone sacrificed the last donuts. No, I think we should still have one redemption left, unless I've done my math wrong, which I'm pretty sure is not the case. It's 5 in the morning. It's we're trying to survive until dawn.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
Those mounds are made of cocoons.
Didn't we establish this like 15 minutes ago or something now? All right, before we figure out whatever we're doing and what might be the final push in the game, Alcadius has redeemed our last Halloween treat of the evening. So we'll show off once again. Went to Krispy Kreme looking for spooky Halloween-themed treats, because they often do have, around various holidays, have holiday-decorated donuts. And you can only get them in minis this year. So here are our options. We've had 2 of our 4 pumpkin donuts already. We have 4 plain glazed and 3 left, each of sprinkles and just sort of regular purple-orange thematic icing. So, Acadius, as the redeemer of the last treat break, have they all been from different people? That's actually remarkable. Which donut would you prefer that we enjoy? As Chet hypothesizes what the conclusion of this game might be. Half dozen is 6. Well, we started with 16, and also I'm trying not to die, Ice Bunny, but I appreciate the the call for the 6th donut. Purple and orange. That's good. I love it. I like the choice because for some reason we actually only got 3 of these to begin with, so I haven't had one of these. And now I've had tried at least all the spooky varieties. Is Krispy Kreme. I don't know, man. You know what I miss, actually, Zacula, is there was just like a grocery store bakery near where it was. I mean, it's like a big chain. It's not like some fancy mom and pop thing with special donuts, but like the Giant near the house where I grew up. My mom used to get me donuts there for like Saturday morning sometimes, like after she went grocery shopping there. And like those are like probably like the best donuts I've ever had. They were just like regular like frosted donuts, but just like the donut itself was so good, and like nothing is compared to that. I knew you'd be a fan of the donuts, Neko. Here, I know you were asking for a closer look at these earlier. I'll see if I can get... I mean, the color's gonna be difficult because my lighting is garbage, but like... It is oh, that's actually a decent angle. It's purple and orange. It's kind of like witch colors. But yeah, I definitely, when embarking on this endeavor, I was like, I have to put a hard limit on this. I struggled to decide what the limit would be. I think I chose well, but like, there's no way I was going to let anyone redeem the whole box. That would have been a disaster. Yeah, right, we found the angle where you can see the purple, Neko. It's good. I mean, this is just a classic. It's like glazed on the bottom and frosted on top. It's good. It's good donut. I do like these mini donuts. I mean, I would have gotten full-size, like, decorated ones if they were doing them this year, but they didn't seem to be, or at least ours was out of them. But I do like the mini donuts, because, like, it's kind of a lot of calories if you eat 5 of them during one live stream, but, like, it's not that, you can have, like, a couple of them, and it's, like, a reasonable treat that fills you up, and you had 2 donuts. Feels good. Feels better than just having one donut and then, like, wanting another donut. Never demolished a full dozen donuts. No, that's actually something I haven't done. In my lifetime, I've made a lot of bad food choices. And I think recently I was talking I think Demolition was asking me for some remarkable food-related story or something. And I was like, yeah, back in high school, a close friend of mine and I, like, over the summer, we would, like, meet up and watch, like, several episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation in a row. And we would get the old Domino's 555 deal where you'd get 3 medium pizzas for $5 each. And we would each just eat a whole pizza and, like, split the last one as leftovers. But, like, that wasn't healthy. But, man, that was fun. That was a great summer. You're almost done your wish hat, Neko? That's great. You'll have to share a picture of Sebastian wearing it in the Discord. Yeah, exactly. You don't feel as guilty if you have, like, 2 mini donuts. Like, I feel like 2 mini donuts is probably about as many calories as a full-size donut, but you feel like you eat more and you don't feel as guilty about doing it. That's one of the reasons why I like miniaturized food in general. Is like I feel like that applies most of the time. I don't know, Zaka. I'm definitely all about, like, indulging in junk food, but I feel like a whole dozen donuts is a lot. That is a lot. I'm a narwhal covered in sprinkles now. I am the most powerful being that exists. It depends a little bit, too, about, like, where you get your donuts from, as to, like, how many you can eat. Katie says, like, 2 is a hard limit, and I can get that. Like, I feel like Krispy Kreme has kind of sweeter donuts in general. I mean, like, their baseline donut is, like, 30% just, like, glazed sugar. Like, it's way less about the donut than it is their, like, glaze coating. My god, don't even tell me what a century egg is, Zach. That sounds like something I just probably don't want to know. If you regret it that badly. Nico says, I eat as many donuts as there are. So she can't buy any. I know that feeling. There's certain things I try not to buy. I'm actually very disciplined about food. I have a horrible sweet tooth, but, like, I can buy... You know, some people say if they have, like, bags of chips or Oreos or something around that they'll just, like, eat the whole thing and they can't be responsible. I'm not sure if there's anything that's actually like that for me these days. There's certain... I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anything that really quite fits that. Duck egg cured in high alkaline mixture. That doesn't sound great, but that's not as horrifying as I was expecting, Zaka. Alright, on to what... I don't know if we're, like, right at the end of the game or approaching it, but probably shouldn't... I feel like we should have an hour-ish or less left, is my expectation. We'll see what literally happens. really feel like we're playing Killzone or something now.
They're hatching. We gotta move. Quick.
What's causing them to hatch?
Listen up. We've been hit hard tonight. We lost brothers. Rachel's gone. So's the Colonel. But now, it's time to get some.
We're gonna ignore
done.
Joey and the other lady.
Plant charges on as many of those clusters as possible and then detonate them remotely. Second those charges go off, we haul ass to the exit.
This feels like a
Weapons on
worse
our
plan
side,
than the end of
and
Tomorrow
we'll fry
War.
a few vampires.
And it's not a great
Ready
plan.
diversion. Celine, you ready?
I am.
Okay then. Let's get loose, kids.
Okay. Who's going to place the dynamite?
You have to choose this?
Alright, fuck it. I'll do it.
You're crazy. We'll do it together.
The more of us down there, the more chances we'll get seen. Takes a detonator. If I don't make it...
Nick!
Hear me out. If I don't make it, I want you to blow
Come
those
and
trucks.
save me. If I
Don't
don't
look
make it,
into
help
that.
me! Help!
Every step of the way, you keep them radio contact.
And if there's no radio signal?
Then I'll pop a flare. See it go up, you hit that detonator.
Be quick and be safe. You hear me, buddy?
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that there's like some old prompt of like inspect that like probably shouldn't have been there.
I can't make it out.
I'm not sure what I should be doing.
There. There's one ahead of him. To his left.
Nick, the cocoons are hatching ahead of you. You gotta move fast.
Perspective change.
First dynamite is down. Over.
But wait, is this the dynamite that was sabotaged? Hello? Yeah, right? I feel like the hat does suit Nick. He pulls it off.
This way. Left full brake.
Oh, it's like the Gutian vampire. Raspberry jam! Oh, that's what we're doing, huh? Betrayed by the boysenberry preserves. I do appreciate that they timed those to feel like heartbeats, because it feels natural to do. It's also, again, a big upgrade from the Until Dawn version, where you really should just set down your controller or you're gonna trigger the thing. It's real stupid. This plane is terrible. Can we just agree this plane is very terrible? We were like, we'll go underground for no reason. Like, we'll go underground because we don't want to fight, like, 6 vampire creatures. And, like, we find a hive of, like, hundreds or thousands of vampire creatures. We're like, okay, let's risk our lives to kill some of them and then try to leave.
Kinda hair down there, brother. Why don't you ditch the rest of those charges and head back?
Look at that, man. It's the mud road.
It's too far.
It's such a bad plan, though.
Alright, I'm heading back.
Like, I want to send him into danger, but it's just such a bad plan, I just can't imagine it going well. I made the birds. I think those were bad birds.
Push the button!
Why did we do that before we left? Shouldn't we have left? They have wings, you know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We like physically climbed by hand like 100 feet.
Where the fuck is Celine?
We'd lose someone down here.
Charges were a godsend. Feels like this whole
Who would win, alien bats or Wendigos? I feel like the bats. The Wendigos aren't super impressive. I feel like they have the same strengths, except the bats can fly.
Celine, come in, man. Are you there?
I am surrounded. I'm in real trouble here. Vampires.
So many vampires. What do you mean, Zagula?
We go back.
What do you mean we hand-waved Nick getting back? It was implied he got back safely.
No way I can make it out alone, Jason. Come with me. He ain't one of us.
Why is Nick saying that now? No, we're gonna save
You're
Salim.
wrong. Salim is one of us now. Marines don't leave their own behind. You hear me, Salim?
If I don't make it out, tell my son I did everything I could.
Tell him yourself. I'm coming to get you.
I have a hard time believing that Jason would be able to find your son otherwise, also. No, I think that I genuinely believe that was supposed to be Jason's choice. The reason being, like, that's supposed to be his character arc. Is like, you can choose for it to... You can choose for him, like, not to, like, learn and grow, but, like, there's a bunch of choices where you can sort of be like, is he just, like, totally prejudiced, or is he, like, learning something by this experience?
Comes to join the fun.
But, like... Oh, if you mean Nick saying that, I do agree, yeah. Nick's character, it's a little weird for him to suddenly be like, nah. We'll just leave him behind, that's fine. That doesn't seem like something Nick would say. Sorry, I misunderstood. What do I need?
Jason!
Jason?
Jason!
That timing was good.
Jason!
Oh, it's so good.
Seriously, just throw that thing at me.
I did.
Jason!
I think that someone always throws in a Sean at the end for good measure. This guy needs a hobby, man. I don't know what his deal is.
Jason!
What do I need? Buddy bump. Oh man, now I have to shamble after them? Yeah, Salim's great. So does Nick definitely die if we don't retreat when given that one option? I'm getting a few trophies now. A little bit of Sean sometimes is a treat. Exactly, Ditto, exactly.
A few bats to kill you.
Oh man.
That was a pretty cool scene though, actually. I like the javelin scene.
Me and Celine, busted through them like it was the last down of the goddamn Super Bowl. Listen up. We're not out of the woods yet. What I see in front of me, you're the best. Fuck
Your
that.
cable just snaps and we
Thanks for the
fall.
best. We will get home.
Hoorah! Hoorah!
I like that too, Hag. It really does please me that he spent this whole game carrying around the weird, like, improvised bus javelin, and like it's just somehow survived the whole time, and it's like the perfect tool for killing aliens, but it also looks like a giant Allen wrench.
What's up?
You smell that? I don't know what that was. I don't know what that meant. It's interesting that they made this big plot point of the white phosphorus, like, grenades, or whatever they are. And there was a point early on where you could use one, and they, like, make you take stock of your, like, ammunition before that battle at the cocoons, but, like, it doesn't seem relevant.
We can get out. We just have to climb.
You just have to climb. You know, just, like, free climb a statue, like, several hundred feet. At least, like, 200 feet bare minimum from here. Wow, you want to talk about hand-waving. Not only did we not explain how they got to the surface, but they were standing on a giant hand when they did it. Can you do more hand-waving than that? I think that is the ultimate example of hand-waving. I mean, maybe that pause means something if other characters had survived, but, like, then shouldn't they just cut that and then you go to them climbing the rope? Like, it just doesn't seem to do anything. Like, in the story with those characters dead.
You still with me, buddy? We got two alive. Very fucking ready to go home, Marines here. This is Mailman 2-1 actual to Coyote 2. Radio check, over.
This is Rhino 1-5, solid copy. We're 5 minutes from your position. Where the hell have you guys been? Over.
Did we do it?
Improvise,
Gotta be something,
adapt, and
right?
overcome. We fucking did it!
Look around you.
Look around you.
So quiet.
Yeah, I agree, Haggis.
Am I happy to see
I feel like this game still has its flaws, but I think
My boy.
it's definitely the best of the series.
He must be worried about me.
And to be clear, when I say the series, I mean specifically the Dark Pictures Anthology. I still feel like Until Dawn is better. Personally.
Oh, no. Not again.
Save the cheerleader!
Get the knife!
This is starting to feel like that Vin Diesel movie. Is it Pitch Black, Pitch Dark?
We hold them here!
pacifier. That's the one, Arcadius.
What's the sun back?
Yeah, pitch black. Thank you,
Tell
Haggis.
me, I don't know shit about space. Contact!
Hey. We requested air support at some point, right? Save him!
What the fuck is back to hell?
I mean, we all know this isn't working, right? Only the Allen wrench can save us.
There's too many of them. I'm almost out. Fuck, are we gonna do?
Those ammo boxes actually filled with ammo?
Where's the ammo? These are fucking flares. Fuck it. We use what we got.
Sure would have been nice if we had Eric's lightsaber. That's true. No, they had like 6 magazines of the assault rifle ammo. 4 pistol clips, I think. For some reason, I hate this one guy in particular.
Jason!
Jason. I don't think that's how stuff works. I have a sneaking suspicion that's wrong somehow. Quick, make them eat road flares. Just like Marie Antoinette said. That's the quote, right?
It's been interesting knowing you.
No. Oof, that was close. This is tense, man. I like it. I'm really scared I'm gonna get one of these guys killed. I kind of want to save all 3 of them. Just because I like the narrative of, like, its last stand.
Jason!
I haven't timed that really well. Oof. These are tough. Almost missed that one. Looks like they're literally like professional wrestling right now. Hold up! Eat road flares! I don't know how long we're expected to hold out here. Oh, the eclipse ended. We win. Yeah, this is pretty rad, isn't it? Like, when we were escaping from underground, it's like, this is a little anticlimactic, and I thought, like, just that, like, shaman guy with the skulls was gonna come up and fight us, and I was gonna be like, that might be cool. But, like, that sequence was actually pretty cool. I feel like that was, like, a suitable, like, final battle for this game. Yeah, right? Like, road flares, I don't feel like road flares are UV, so, like, I feel like we've established it's the UV part of the light that upsets them, so I feel like that probably shouldn't have worked, but it was still cool. Yeah, the eclipse was definitely plot convenient, but I'll allow it personally for narrative reasons.
1-4, do you have eyes on the friendlies?
No, but I have a lot of questions about the roofers in this area. Over.
Get us the fuck out of here.
So I'm guessing that my choice not to go deeper into the cave either saved Nick's life or means we're gonna get like a post-credit scene where like the vampires still live or something. I think we've done. I don't think there's gonna be another like legitimate threat at this point, but I could be mistaken.
We've got 3 survivors. One of them's a PW. Returning to base.
What about second eclipse? That only happens after second breakfast, Arcadius. Do they not see the smoking corpse? They just choose not to, anime? I'm sure they'll put it in their report. Reverses its direction. Oh, man. Man, this is great. I enjoyed this a lot.
Freely they stood who stood, and fell who fell.
Ah.
Not bad. You've guided some of your charges to the light, while others have fallen to the
To be
dark.
honest, I'm not sad that those 2 characters died. I feel like they would have dragged down the rest of that story. I liked what we got.
Because that others sometimes must pay. I look forward to our next encounter. Perhaps I'll choose a story that's a little more homely next time, somewhere you'll be guaranteed of a decent night's sleep. Rest assured, wherever it is, you'll find it extremely hard to leave. Until the next time.
No, it's until dawn. I know it's not technically... Never mind. Epilogue? I'm assuming epilogue and... Oh no, it's actually just credits. Or maybe it's both. Is it both? It looks like both.
You're late, and you look like shit.
I just got off the red eye.
How can you tell?
Good flight?
Oh, shit movie, shit meal, no leg room.
They cram you in the bag?
By the toilets.
Nice.
Coffee wasn't so bad, though. Good fucking muffins.
Did you read the brief?
On the flight. How's it going with the analysis team?
The ISG team took heavy losses, but it wasn't a complete disaster. We just had to scrape some of them off the floor.
Poor bastards. And the entities?
Like nothing we've seen before. Cool check, Jason. First
Okay.
Lieutenant, Marine Force.
That's the parasite, and that's the weird thing that was making mouth before. With the science.
Now, how many
scientist.
times do I have to keep telling you the same damn story?
I understand. However, CENTCOM needs to iron out any
Vampires!
irregularities,
Such as? The whole fucking thing was irregular.
such as why you allied with an enemy combatant.
You weren't fucking there! Those things were ripping us to shreds. I don't give a damn who it was. We needed all the help we could get. I'd step back into that hell to save Salim. And that man was worth 5 of you people. Semper fucking fi!
And Colonel King?
What about Colonel fucking King?
How did he die?
He led us all the way to hell. Hell burned him up.
I don't think that answers the question.
So they cooperated with an Iraqi soldier down there?
Republican Guard, if you can believe it. Must have made a hell of an impression for Kolchak to go back for him.
I'm dying to meet this guy.
Unfortunately, he became a
I'm
vamp.
not answering any more questions until I see my son.
That's not how we do things around here.
You don't have a clue. Jason came back for me. What does that tell you? Down there, this damn war of yours was over.
Jason! About the entities.
The vampires.
I'm finding it very hard to believe that you killed those things with that.
No, man, that's the tool you want.
And I'll show you how I did it.
Oh, snap.
The analysis team are still pulling specimens from the site. It's carnage down there.
Your wish hat for Sebastian is perfect, Neko. Excellent work. Did you finish that whole thing tonight?
No, I'm done. I told you already. It was a city, a goddamn city full of those things. There were cocoons down there. Fucking thousands of them.
How many organisms were still alive down there?
Too many.
Two, just two.
For Allah's sake. They'll fucking
That's
burn.
awesome, Neko. You finished that in one night. It's so cool.
This is like Winterfold all over again.
Uh-huh. Ah, and here we have Colonel Eric King, our in-house genius. He definitely got more than he bargained for.
Those two were married, right?
In the loosest sense of the word.
Jesus.
Blue on blue, apparently. Kicked one of his
I'm
own
impressed they
football
managed to
mates.
recover those
Fighting
bodies.
for his life, no doubt.
This comes down to Kalis. It mistook the temple for Saddam's weapon depot.
Piece of shit system.
I wouldn't say that. It's been a big find for us. We've been lucky.
This is your definition of lucky?
What's... No, I don't want to know what's in the file.
Dear God.
There's barely anything left to identify.
You read her profile.
Yeah, she could have gone far. If this hadn't happened. We still on for next Sunday?
Janet's making hot pie. You bet your ass we're on.
I'll never get used to this job.
Why would you want to?
At least this one was localized.
Small blessings.
So, what do you make of it all?
Doesn't matter what I think. Only thing that matters is controlling the flow of information. As far as the world knows, not a damn thing happened here.
Alright, actually, why don't we just skip to end and make sure that there's not something at the end? Maybe we get like
you
a...
wanna know what it means to be a killer?
There it is.
Think of the most profound thing you've ever done. The most beautiful thing you've ever created. And I promise you, it's nothing compared to watching the life bleed out of someone.
That's cool.
To see the fear in their eyes. To feel them pawing at you for release. To hear them pleading, begging. That's true art.
I was gonna say, this feels like that guy from Bioshock. And it kinda does.
I've left my mark on the world. Have you?
Give a title? Season 1 finale, huh? Interesting way of putting that. I'm glad they're making another one. Like I said, somehow I feel like I got the impression from some news like a year ago that they weren't planning on making more after House of Ash. Ashes. Anything else? to make sure. Hey, title screen. That was a lot of fun. I think when we finished Little Hope, that twist at the end was like a real bummer. Like I was mostly enjoying that game, and then like the ending of that, just even before the like twist, the end of Little Hope was kind of disappointing. But that twist was real stupid. I think like ultimately I was sort of like I like some of the advancements they made to like the technology. But like overall, I think I gave the game like a C minus. And for like the first half of this game, I was kind of riding that same line. It's like, I mean, we're pretty much we used the same innovations we made in Little Hope, and I like them and they're positive. But like, characters weren't great, and the story was like medium, and some of the stuff there's like a couple like technical things about like the camera controls and some other stuff that like had me sort of feeling like I don't know, it's not what I want it to be. But that second half was pretty good, man. I mean, yeah, it gets kind of like action movie and like some of the logic falls apart at the end, but like I think for the type of story it is, it's pretty serviceable and it was a lot of fun. Like I think they did a really good job of landing the tone that they wanted with the like, you know, ragtag group of military survivors in like a completely unknowable situation making a last stand and fighting their way out. Like it came together well. I like the little character arc of Jason where he like starts off as like a decent guy but like with like a real hang up about the enemy and them being like other and different and worse than us or whatever. But like I like that we get some pretty authentic feeling interactions between him and Salim, and like I buy by the point in the story that like you have a choice whether you can go back for him or not. I believe that like Jason would be like, no man, he came here to this like miserable abyss with us, and like he's our brother now. And then like he you know, fights with them and survives, and I don't know, it's good. I like it. I definitely, like I said, by the end I kind of don't feel bad about killing off the bickering like married couple, because like I just feel like their plot wasn't adding a lot to the story overall. Like every time we talk to them, it's just like a super bummer. They're just like love me, no, love me, no, love me, no. And yeah, I mean, like I'm not a big fan of like military stories generally speaking, but like I don't know, I feel like they did a pretty good job with this one. You know, I was gonna say I think I'd give this game like a C plus. By the end, I think I'm gonna go so far as to say like overall I'd give it like a B minus. Which honestly I think is pretty good, because like the first half of the game was pretty mediocre and it turned it around on me. So like I'm pretty happy with that overall result. I mean, is it at the Until Dawn Heavy Rain level for me? No. But I again, I appreciate that they continue to make these games. I enjoy the style of the interactive movie thing, and you know, if they keep making them, hopefully we get one that's on par with Until Dawn at some point. The next one looks like it could be potentially interesting, as Alcadia says it's kind of a Saw premise. Almost back-to-back comments. Haggis, the next game is Saw. Okay, this is cool, Saw. And thank you, Haggis, for I'm scrolling up a bit, but thank you for the props on hitting the button prompts. You know, if there is like one overall, like I actually am not entirely sure how I feel about this. This game really reined back on the interactive moments, and there's times where I was grateful for that particularly because of the way that the Dark Pictures Anthology series does them. Because like Heavy Rain has like a ton of button prompts. They're for like almost everything. And because of the style of that game, I think it works that they're like pretty consistent. But like because the way that the Dark Pictures ones are more like gotcha style, where like if you screw up, there's like almost always a negative consequence. Like I like them toning it down a bit, but then it felt weird at times when there were like whole like dramatic sequences where people are like stealthing around trying not to like piss off the alien vampires or something, and just like you don't interact at all. It's like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Acadia says my description of the married couple scenes, him trying to date. Love me, no. It says he tries phrasing it as a question. Love me? I think that does, you know, give someone more pause. They're like, huh, do I? I hadn't considered it. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think that's pretty fair anime. I mean, again, if we consider the start point, like, the Man of Medan, then I feel like Man of Medan was, like, just rough, in my opinion. And then, like, Little Hope was, like, it was okay. It wasn't terrible, but I wanted more from it. And House of Ashes, I kind of had low expectations for, and, like, the first half was, like, on the same level. It was, like, okay, it was fine. And I think I'm maybe being a little biased because I did have a lot of fun playing it, and I do still have some issues with it. But like, I think it's a B minus. I think that's pretty good. The only, Kachain says he doesn't like the heartbeat inputs. I don't mind them as much as I expect to. They're not as difficult as they seem, and they're definitely an improvement over the like PS4 like. I'm gonna detect if you move your controller. Like, that's, like, definitely the worst thing in Until Dawn. It was so bad. But this was good. This was a really fun way to cap off our spooky month, and I'm glad we had a chance to finish this, and, like, timed out practically perfectly, even with the donut breaks and everything. I'm just so pleased with everything. I hope that... I know a lot of you contributed a lot of channel points to get the bonus stream, and, I put in a decent amount of work to make all this fun stuff happen, or at least I hope it was fun. I hope that you did enjoy this, the game and the stream and everything. I think we'll probably keep Scraw around. I might try to get a better clip of it. We'll see. We'll see what I have time for. This week's probably going to be rough because I'm going to have to go like right to bed, and I never want to do that after a stream. But yeah, thanks to everybody for coming out. Again, like, sincere thanks. Like, I know that there's a lot you could be doing on like a weeknight, essentially, and it's a holiday, like it's actually Halloween proper. Like, there's tons of things you could do with your time. It means a lot to me that so many of you came out to watch this live, and I love that everyone's Jason and Sean and scrawling all over chat. We got some really good sync ups there. I hope you're all having fun with that. If we feel like it's too easy to do those, like, I can dial up the cost for those a little bit. Thinking about that. Jason! But yeah, eventually my temperature even adjusted to the costume, and I'm only sweating a low to moderate amount now. But yeah, I love the face is very good. Obviously, I like having a unicorn horn. If you weren't here at the start of the stream, it's really worth noting that these sleeves have like a fin extender on them. Like, it's a sleeve, but there's an extra flap so that you can have a narwhal fin. And that's really good. But there's one more thing that I think I need to... first off, let me remove all the headphones. All of them. Which is going to make this hood do something ridiculous. I'm just tangled in everything. So the fins are great. The fins were a selling point. When I saw this online, I was like, it has fins? I'm sold! But obviously it has the great narwhal face. Oh my god, my hair is such a mess now. Let's just pretend I don't have any hair. It's a transformer, right? So we got the cute face, we got the horn, we got the fin flaps, but check this out. I think I have to like turn the chair for this to work. It's really low, but it has a tail. I don't know why. It's not practical at all. But got a tail. But yeah, I'm glad people enjoyed the costume. It's a little silly, but it feels like this was worth the investment. And it was nice to do some Halloween stuff for the stream. But as always, I have hidden a secret Squirtle somewhere on the couch behind me. So I don't think I'm going to have any more of this juice. I think I'm going to try and preserve this in the fridge somehow. I have to go brush my teeth and go to bed almost immediately. You see the tail? It's very floppy. It doesn't extend very much from the costume. It fans out. There's a name for this type of fin. So anyone who's still here, see if you can locate the secret Squirtle. Even though we've already found 2 secret Squirtles this weekend, it's still good luck to find one. That never ends. Squirtle behind Halloween Evie. Yeah, let me scoot back to like a position where you can see the couch. He says he feels the current point values are good. He only has 143,000 points. Yeah, you know, that's a problem. Night anime, sorry if I missed you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Go behind Brown Bear. Halloween costume. Oh yeah, Crochet Squirtle is best. He's such a good friend. Love him very much. Grogu behind Circular Bear. Let's see. Bear, Halloween Evie, Yoda's. Find other Squirtle. Okay, let's take a look. Shout at me in chat if I miss anything. I think I got everything. Okay, so I've had a lot of guesses behind Brown Bear. Let's start there and see if this collapses the entire structure. Wouldn't you know it? Each and every one of you who guessed Brown Bear. Unfortunately, you got an engine. Guessing under our Yoda's actually nothing hiding back there except Banana Man, who's trying to give them a hug to make up for a perceived slight from yesterday's stream. I guess behind our pirate Evie, thing hiding back there is the Master Ball, which is probably the only thing powerful enough to capture Pirate Captain themed Evie. Miss Hank. Now, if someone gets behind Rock's Aqua, extremely good Squirtle. Look at him. Look at him. And also, extremely detailed Squirtle tail. Has the nice hex pattern and everything. I used to draw a ton of Squirtles in middle school. I know how important that is. But there's actually nothing hiding back there this time. Now, it turns out that the location of this special Halloween stream, Secret Squirtle, under Eeyore and behind Ceratops the Triceratops. That was the location of the Secret Squirtle. The more you know. Yeah, I'm not sure that everyone even knows that. I'm referring to the hex pattern. Which might just be referring to the fact that I drew a bunch of Squirtles. I also drew a bunch of Bulbasaurs. For some reason, I found that to be an interesting Pokemon to draw. But yeah, I didn't catch anyone with that particular guess this time around, but there's no losers in the game of Secret Squirtle, as it turns out. Again, thanks to everybody for coming out. This has been a great time for me. I hope it has been for you as well. I know a lot of you invested your channel points and hard-earned time between yesterday and today catching up on the story for some of you, especially with ads and everything. So it means a lot to me for you to come here and also just to hang out and chat generally. I feel really grateful to have as many of you hang out as I do. I know that there's a lot of streamers who struggle to have 2 concurrent viewers. It means a lot to me that you guys spend your time with me. It really does. And it's been a pleasure to know all of you, and I hope that you've had a happy Halloween. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. Sounds like the crowd who's most excited for Inscription is mostly free on Saturday. So I think next week we'll move Inscription back to Saturday and see what we can see with that game. And I have something in mind that I was going to start next week, and I think I should be able to get that working. It shouldn't be super ambitious, but I haven't downloaded it or tested it or anything, so I won't name it just yet. But it's something that multiple people in chat talked about in the past, something that wasn't on my radar for a while until it pretty much had already come out. Was a relatively recent, but shockingly not one of the many October releases, and something I kind of just want to know a little more about. I will say it's another story-based game with a particular conceit that I've mentioned many times before that I'm a big fan of. That's all the hint you're getting from me tonight, though. Thanks again. Happy Halloween to one and all, and I hope to see you here soon. Night, everybody.